technology screens. And did I not tell you that the minute that we started showing off the product, that the haters were going to come out and start ranting and carrying on? Well, only one particularly in mind, and that would be from Crow. This is what he does. He basically goes into these rants, and it's sad at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you should be backing your product up, which is something you can't do at the end of the day. And the only thing you can do is rant and get upset, which we're normal. This is normal. But I told you next time we started giving us these rants that we would show you the emails. So these are fake accounts from me. Crow. We got somebody who goes in and basically traces the IP address. So we know where it's coming from. So they come from him. All right, so let me show you some of the weird emails we get from him at the end of the day. And I told you, anytime we show up a screen that's doing amazing performance, doing everything it's supposed to do, we're showing up the demonstrations. We do things in our demonstrations that this joker at the end of the day doesn't do at the end of the day. He doesn't do any demonstrations at all, period. Matching back in his product. It's the same nonsense, same screen, same projector, same whatever, But let me show you what we got here. All right, so this is some of the weird stuff we get from him. All right, so basically calling me a scammer and other nonsense, which is funny because I got a table full of canceled orders that you can't even back your products up at the end of the day, but yet I'm the scammer. Let me see. Do you have any samples? Blah, 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 blah. Look, begging for samples. Ain't the first time he's begged for samples from us before. He's begged for samples quite a bit. Here's another one right here, fake demonstration. This is also Crow again. Same nonsense. He'll send them back to back to back to back to back. Fake demonstrations. Yeah, demonstrations are all done live. I told you with the spelling errors, he has really bad spelling errors. This is how we know he is. Yeah. Yet again. First things first, and then try to make him sound like a customer, all kinds of stuff. This is what he does. This is the same person, unprofessional on every level whatsoever. All right, let's go over to another one here, right here, same person. I told you, anytime we show off any kind of new technology, the haters get really, I'm not saying haters, because his group doesn't follow him anymore to a certain degree. They don't, because at the end of the day, you can't even back your products up to your own customers. So I know they're not supporting in any way whatsoever. Even at the end of the day, you can't even back your product up. The house paint. Every time we give him one of these challenges, he goes into a crazy rant. Every time we give him a challenge. So the challenge we gave for Crow today is he needs to go down and do some demonstrations with bare silver screen, network gray 773, some of the great products, primer, whatever he can get his hands on, and do a side-by-side demonstration, which we clearly showed in our demonstration today. We came on camera, live. We showed the demonstration versus house paint, film, fabric. We did demonstrations against certified screens. We showed up the screen a little bit. So you tell me where my demonstration's fake. It's a live demonstration. How do I fake a live demonstration? Everybody's watching it. How is that possible? So I don't even know how that even works, but this is what he does. And this has come from a person who sits there and does these demonstrations in the dark. But this is how angry he is at the end of the day. Look at him. Just snapping. Let's go to another one over here. Here's when he goes into cursing rant. Isn't that sad? This is individual contact. We have emails like this galore from him, just constantly snapping. I told you next time he came here. Anytime we do a demonstration, like a really nice demonstration, he goes into a rant, like these rants all the time. So we're going to print these up and add these into the rest of them, the rest of the rants that we got from him. But this is what he usually does. Anytime we show up a demonstration, anytime he's given a challenge where his back's going to be against the wall, he goes into these rants. So from now on, when he starts basically carrying on like this, we'll post them so you can see it. I told you at the end of the video, hey, I guarantee you this guy's going to contact me with a bunch of hatred at the end of the day because he's upset. We don't contact him at the end of the day. We got things to do over here. And I said, you got a lot of free time on your hands because you should be basically doing those test demonstrations as we requested at the end of the day. As a matter of fact, we shouldn't even have to request them. You should do them automatically. So it still stands. You can send as many curse words, whatever, blah, blah, blah you need to do to get you through the day. But at the end of the day, you need to test your product. Your customers need to know at the end of the day if they are getting real paint from you or are they getting house paint, because over here, your products match paint all the time. All the time. Your products are over here matching paint all the time. So like I said, we can come on here and we can show you the difference between our products and black paint. We can show you the difference between different fabrics or whatever. We can show you test outside. We did a demonstration outside. Did Crow go outside and do that test? No, he didn't do that test. Guarantee you. I can check his account right now and I guarantee he didn't go outside and do the test. Got spelling errors and everything else going on your website. Your website looks like a complete scam at the end of the day. You got a policy on there that tells customers that if they buy your product, that they basically are stuck with it if it lands on the property. What happens if the product gets there and a container opens up? There's paint leaking all over the place. You don't have an equal exchange policy on your website at all, period. Your site looks like a scam. There's no information on your site at all, period. This is my website right here. This is what you get when you go on my website. Tons of videos, picture demonstrations. You say your product works with venue projectors. Show me where it works with venue projectors. On a 100-inch screen, that's not good enough. Venue projectors are usually displayed on massive screens. Can you show me one demonstration of a 150-inch, 180-inch, or 200 screen on your product? You don't have that at all, period. Your site looks very unprofessional. I couldn't count how many times I've asked you that you spelled delivered wrong multiple times. So we can tell by the way he writes things out on how he says things. And on top of that, like I said, we have an expert that comes in, it's been tracing his email because we have a case being built on Crow. Crow has issues at the end of the day. Like I said, and the entire time, for some reason, he's always getting paint from somebody else. You have never placed an order through our website. Not one time. I placed orders multiple times through your website, but never have you posted it. Why don't you come to the source and buy it? You can come right here and buy it and put it against your product and see what happens. No, you got to go buy it from somebody else, so you can mix something whatever in it to say, look, this is out. Yeah, don't worry, Jamie. When your projector gets here, we're going to show we're going to do all your videos, all the ones you basically call yourself doing these fake demonstrations on mixing black paint. We're going to show how it's done at the end of the day. But you got another challenge coming at you today. Today, you need to show people that at the end of the day, your product does not match that network grade 773. We're going to put that challenge out there for you today. Now, mind you, we got some of that smeared on top of his sample sheets right now, and it matches perfectly. See my customer demonstrations right here? These are my customers on display. On my carousel rotating page, rotating gallery, that on your page looks like something off a wish list. I mean, not even a good one at that. Now, this is a product you claim that comes up so dark. These are my customers displaying their video demonstration, testimonies, stuff like that. And let me show you how many demonstrations we have just on our products right here. That's our demonstration versus gray screen paint products, why you don't want to go near them at the end of the day. That was done in a max out zone. That's done in an environment that has more light than you displayed in your entire house at the end of the day. Not to be rude, but truthfully, you got some dark areas of your house. Look at this. Over here, we got demonstrations on the 38 that we're putting in right now. These are demonstrations that, at the end of the day, I do majority of my demonstrations are done live. We do them live so basically our customers can see exactly what they're getting. I don't see you doing any demonstrations like this. Do you have any gray versus gray demonstrations? No, you don't do them. Any fully lit environments? No, you do all those in the dark. So you don't even match my website. What about ceiling light rejection technology? You don't have that, do you? I got a screen right over top of my ceiling at 150 inches on display and another 148, which is couple times bigger than your small little screen you got in that little wall right now in your house. You got a 100-inch screen on the same projector every day. Here's my demonstration right there on my ceiling light projection technology on two 720p projectors with the screen up in the ceiling. Got the slide shows to match with it. The problem is at the end of the day, it comes down to jealousy. This is a very, very sad individual. Can't back his product up at the end of the day. It's the same thing for him. And I think the noose is starting to go around, starting to tighten around his neck because people are asking questions. Yeah, they're asking questions. This is why your accounts are coming up looking funny. If you go to your eBay account, you don't even come under the category of everyday screen paints. You come under actual paint for crows. It's like your hide your account. When people click onto your YouTube channel, it doesn't go straight to your channel. It goes to a blank page. Weird stuff like that. Floor rejection technology. I don't see none of that. I don't see you doing any demonstrations with the screens outside, inside, whatever. We show up for technology with the floor screens, putting more of those right there. Design your own acoustic screens. Everything we do is basically, look at that, fully lit environment. You don't never display any of your screens in that much light. My screen's 127 inches, 1610, sits in a bay of windows. I even downgraded my projector. I don't have to depend on a expensive projector at the end of the day to show off a beautiful image. You can't even display that at the end of the day. Look at that. So I'm showing y'all at the end of the day what we do over here compared to his website. It shows the same small 100-inch screen over and over and over again being displayed on the same projector every freaking day. Look at that. Right there. Black versus black. So customers can come in and say, look, if I tell them, look, we got the difference between our product and black paint, there you go. These are our demonstrations, all done live. I don't see you doing any demonstrations on gray versus gray. I would love to see that at the end of the day. I'll tell you people, I really would. All right, so let's come out of my site right here. Oh, this is the multi-screen setup in here. We did up in here, right here. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna do it in black this time. That's my multi-screen setup. Look at my images right here. All your images are in the dark. One of your images, literally, one of your testimonies from your customer was literally so dark, I literally mistaken it for your video. You never show stuff like this. You can't. Your screen would wash out. So don't get mad at me at the end of the day because I can basically back my work up 100% and you can't. Because you've been getting these challenges and you can't back your product up. We've been asking you since last year to do the tablecloth. And then when you finally do it, you do it in a dark environment. Pathetic, man. Pathetic. Oh, that customer demonstration, that customer is sitting in the dark and you could barely make out what the furniture he had. Here's my customer right here. We showed you these before. That's my customer. That's our product. You see how well lit his environment is right now? His environment is more lit than your environment in your own video demonstration. That's pretty sad. So let me get this straight. My customer here is using more light in his environment right now to show off our products compared to Crow's demonstration of his environment in that dark environment. My customer's demonstrations put your own video demonstrations to shame. And you sitting in a dark environment trying to make out objects leaning over top of them, talking about, oh, it's a well-lit environment. No, it ain't. This is a well-lit environment. This is the difference on what we do and what you do. My customer's demonstrations use more light than Crow uses in his own demonstrations to display his products. But yet, this is a screen that landed in his environment. And the guy said, Crow's a deceitful individual. When products land in his environment, they don't work for some reason. They come up too dark, this, that, and the other, so and so and so, blah, blah, blah. But my customer right here is displaying the black technology in a fully lit environment. At that, in an environment that's brighter than yours at the end of the day. But yet, when I look at your customer's demonstration on your website, how he's talking about how amazing your product, he's in the dark. You can't even make out anything in his environment. You're the last person that need to be talking about calling people scammers at the end of the day. You got a YouTube video of you making a black and white screen paint product. You still haven't done that demonstration yet. That's why we keep mentioning 2, 3, 4, and 5. You know what that stands for? That stands for each time he puts in a quart of paint, he has to put in 2 tablespoons of black, 3 tablespoons of black, 4 and 5, and do that live on camera and put that against his own product to show it doesn't match. He hasn't done it yet. And that's him in the video doing it. So the entire time, bottom line is, he's been selling you a black and white mixture at the end of the day because we did it right there in the video. We made paint using the same tutorial video and was able to match his personal mix with it. But he hasn't done that demonstration yet, has he? Nope. Where's your outside demonstration? Show me one outside demonstration on a 150-inch screen today. Show me one. You couldn't even show me one yesterday. I guarantee if you go on your account, no demonstrations at all. See how my screens pull up? Show me one. Can't do that inside with the same dinky little screen. Here you go. Here's another demonstration on tool dual. 150 inches outside. 180 inch outside. Show me. You don't show nothing. And for one, I'll make your life complicated. I'll have you put a 150-inch screen in that small little hamster apartment. You want to get rude here? Yeah, your hamster apartment, and have you squeeze the screen up in there because you know you can't fit it up in there at the end of the day. Crow, look, if I wanted to be rude at the end of the day, you can't spell at the end of the day. You can't. I've seen you spell it on your website. You can't spell. And I've even tried to help you out a little bit here by saying, look, just go in and get a spelling corrector, go in and do so and so and so. We do it over here all the time. No one's spelling is going to be perfect at the end of the day unless you're really, really good at really good. But even people, the professionals out there who do speeches every day, even they have people called fact checkers and all that stuff to go in and check to make sure everything's right. So that way, when they talk in front of a bunch of people, they don't sound like a complete idiot. But we've been telling this guy since last year to go in and change the stuff on his page to make it look like it was a little bit more professional. Even though at the end of the day, you can't back your product up. Still refuses to do it at the end of the day. That makes your site look lazy and worthless at the end of the day. I got to change that video to the bigger screen too. Let me show you right here. This is my whatchamacallit copyright. So whatchamacallit, this is my marketplace right here. So my customers go pop over into my marketplace. This is all the information that we have down for our customers. You don't even have enough information on your own product at the end of the day. How can you say, oh, works in 720p and 1080p and that's it? What about the shelf life? How big can you get per square inch on your screen? What kind of different projectors have you used on it? The only saying short throw, ultra short throw, that's it. That's the only thing you work on your paints, ultra short throw. What about long throw? What about lumen counts? About 1,000 lumens? Do you have any demonstrations of you showing distant throws on your products at all? Do you even own a projector that has a, what do you call it, an extended long throw lens? How many projectors do you own at the end of the day? I've tested my screen. I have a bunch of projectors that we tested this stuff on. You do the same projector day in and day in, day in and down, day in and day in and day out. How many certified screens have you tested yourself against? You're saying your stuff works on venue projectors. Again, what size screens have you used outside physically on a venue projector? Your labels look sloppy. When I look at your labels at the end of the day, it looks like a kid drew your labels. This is my label right here for one of our gamers. Look how beautiful that label looks. I put time and effort into my work. I can tell at the end of the day, much like your paint, you don't put time and effort into your product. Now this is what happens when a customer clicks on one of our pages right here. This is our pages react. He don't even know how to use the website that he has. We have the same website platform, Wix. He don't even know how to use it. He has the bare minimum. The bare minimum is when you pick a page, they give you the bare minimum. It's still saying the exact same slogan that they put in there when you do the page. Let's go over to, let me see, I'm gonna go to the black screens over here. Right, 1 gallon right here. So we see we have our color options right here, set up. Here you can choose and you can look at the different pictures. How beautiful pictures are, Crow. Fully lit environment. Nothing sits in the dark. Look at that. And each one of these videos have a product, a video to match with it. See right there? That's our video showing our product versus black paint. showing their screens pulling off images on top of the ceiling, which I can go downstairs and show the exact same image to back up my work right there. Unlike you, actually showed an image of somebody in the park with a massive inflatable screen talking about your product was going to be applied to that screen. Where's the rest of the demonstration? I think you went out in the park and you saw somebody with a giant screen and you decided to use that as an opportunity to try to get some views by saying, look, this is where my screen. I haven't seen it yet. But let's move on from there. The Black Frankenstein. You post stuff on your website that don't even exist at the end of the day. Matter of fact, people, that was an active shopping cart because we purchased it and he didn't even have it. Let's show you the outdoor demonstrations right here. Now, if I'm going to say my product works outside, you have to have demonstrations of your product physically working outside. You can't say your product works outside. You have to show it works outside, like this. See? This is what you have to show. To show at the end of the day that your product can pull an image. What's the difference between our product and gray screen paint? Why is our product better than gray screen paint? You have to be to show that too. There you go. Then these demonstrations downstairs too, that match with it. Got a video to match every last one of these. Specifications on your products. You see all this? Boom, 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 boom. That's a specification sheet. You have a summary where you have the specification sheet. Your specification sheet is supposed to start here with the title of the product, the class of the product, the color of the product, what size screen you can paint with, works with ultra short throughput compatible, is it fully weatherproof, lumens required inside, lumens required outside, is it 4K and 3D ready, resolution capabilities, over 18 screens certified, tested, boom, yes, done there, been there, done that. Gain capability on the screen. What do certain things mean? Like a color advancement, heightened technology produces beautiful, rich colors without the need of calibrating your projector. You have to have a summary for anything that you mention on camera by saying, hey, look, this is color enhancement technology. This is heightener technology. You have to explain what that is. Partay, you need to take notes on that because you run your mouth on a lot of stuff about you can't even back up like that. 4-screen, multi, whatever, blah, blah, blah application that happened to match your wall in your theater room. Yeah, figure that one out. Still hasn't done that one yet. Matter of fact, last year we told him to take the screen and put it against the theater wall to see if it would match. Never done. Let me see. Let's see. Color enhancement, heightened technology, white level heightened technology. All that information is right there for our customers to be right there. Surface. You haven't put a surface. What kind of surface can you paint your product on? It doesn't say it on your website at all, period. So you should have wood, glass, drywall. You should have mesh. You should have sheet metal, fiberglass. When painting fabric, which you have certain instructions on certain items, require them to be primed twice, which we require people to prime fabric twice because of the uneven, where the screen absorbs in more or less. You don't want to go through that. It doesn't even have it on the website at all, period. You don't have anything about existing fixed frame screens, motorized projection screens. You don't have that there at all, period. Drying time. Partay, you can take notes on this one, 7 to 5 days. I don't know who would even think about doing that one. Drying time, 30 minutes with a fan, depending on the size of the screen. You don't have that on there. You have it 7 to 5 days. So 7 to 5 days where? 7 to 5 days for 100-inch? If it's 7 to 5 days for 100-inch, what would it be for 180 to 200? That would use more paint and require a longer drying time. So if it's set 5 to 7 for a 100-inch, then what would it be for a 200-inch? I swear. Okay. 1 coat spray on application, 5-year shelf life if sealed properly. You don't have that in there. Basically, how long is the shelf life for your product? Eco-friendly, low VOC, 100% water-based. So you tell your customers that the product's water-based or not, how would they know that? Now, mind you, if somebody's using this through a cannon at the end of the day, the product becomes airborne, which means they need to know if it's water-based, eco-friendly, and low VOC at the end of the day. All right, cleanup. Do you have a cleanup on there? Clean up with basic hot water, mild soaps. Do you have on it? No, you don't have that. Once you go through all your specification at the bottom, this is where you have your summary. Your summary explains the product to the customer, so and so and so, and ambient light, and so and so and so and so. You have all that on there. The summary is what you tell the store at the end as the specification sums it up. And at the bottom, you have your warning: keep out of reach of children and pets. You don't know how to work a website. That's the problem. On this side, in your policy, now this is the policy we have over here. Please read. Basically, right here, it says we have a buyer's remorse policy. And right here, it says Returns are only eligible for equal exchange if proven is wrong color or of wrong size. You see right there? It says on every part of my website. I had a guy come in and order 6 gallons of paint and he ordered the wrong one. At the end of the day, we could have said, you know what, that's not my problem. But we gave him we could have gave him equal exchange. We actually upgraded his package, gave him something else instead, and that would work for his application. But if you have an equal exchange where you can prove where the product is this, that, and the other, and keep in mind, we're really good at this. I've been in this business for over 12 years, so don't mess up on my end, because you will get a ban on you. You don't want that, because we had people to get banned, like the OLED screen I got downstairs, and people want that product. 4 people came in already requiring for that technology, but keeping at the end of the day, they have bans on them. We have a list of people we don't serve to. They can't have it. Well, that's too bad. But anyway, moving on. So basically, we can tell, bottom line, if you tamper with it, mess with it in any way. And also in times, we would tell you to ship back the containers right here so we can display it on camera to see what's going on. Yeah. We got somebody shipping paint back right now. For some reason, they haven't provided an address yet. And we're still waiting why they haven't provided an address to ship it here so we can go in and basically see for ourselves if they've messed with it. For some reason, we haven't got an address yet. So be careful about that. Don't do dumb stuff at the end of the day. Dumb stuff won't happen to you. All right. So basically, if you show us something where at the end of the day, where basically it's our fault, then guess what we put in? We put in a we put in an equal exchange for the product, which means we tell you to keep the other product. Don't ship it back, keep it, and we send you something else out. So we do that from time to time. We've had issues where a customer may order a black paint, and we advise them not to get this. If you're not used to being around a black technology, which is a huge massive disclaimer we're going to put in for this one, this is a very dark screen. Some people are not used to adjusting to that. And we have those particular customers, we're not going to talk about those. Those automatically get banned from the door. We don't bother with them. But we have from the door, if say we have some people say, okay, I'm not used to this, a black level, okay, not a problem. We can custom design something for you that would actually help you out. So at the end of the day, you're not going to be stuck with a screen. We'll just send you out something else that will actually adjust to you better. And then when you're ready, you can actually move up to a darker screen. So that's what we do with them at the end of the day. But there's a certain way, each way we have to handle a customer differently to help them out. At the end of the day, we're not going to leave you stuck with a screen. That's not going to work at the end of the day. We're going to try our effort to try to help you out. Even when I got customers that will come in and try and buy the paint, knowing they got a knockoff projector, thinking the projector is going to work, at the end of the day, I will take time out of my busy schedule to go in and try to track down a merchant to get you a projector. What's your price range? Try to find something for you that's real nice and hook you up with a nice projector so you can be set up and you're good to go at the end of the day. But on his policy, good luck with that one. Good luck with that one. Go find yourself a 4-leaf clover, put it in your back pocket. Good luck with that one, and I'll show you why. Now, what we're going to go through here is we're going to go through all our cancellation. This is the cancellation page. I put it to the side just in case if I have customer sensitive information that's popping up. We don't want you seeing their information at the end of the day. That's between them and them and them. We put all these in junk mail. This is usually what he does when he's upset and angry. Well, this is Crow. This is what Crow does. Crow gets mad and gets upset, and he just goes into an onslaught of freaking just rants. All right, let me go over here real quick. Let's go into our mail here, and we're going to pull up Crow's file. Crow literally has a file. I lie you not. Those are all the cancellations that we have received from Crow down through time. It is quite a lot of them from him. And mind you, this is coming from an individual who at the end of the day wants to call me a scammer, but at the end of the day, I purchased a product from you and you sent me black paint at the end of the day. So you actually scammed me. Try to scam me. And then try to go into PayPal and falsify your information by claiming that you make a black screen at the end of the day, which you could not provide or prove, and you lost your claim against PayPal. Because even PayPal could see at the end of the day that you were lying. So we have that against you too. But you're an honest businessman at the end of the day. Let me tell you something about business, Crow, so you can understand this, or Fernando Gonzalez, whatever you want to call yourself. Even in business, if 2 people don't like each other, they're still going to do a fair business exchange. You keep your personal feelings at home and you go out and you do your business at the end of the day. You can have somebody at your job you couldn't stand, you could hate to be around, but this is business at the end of the day. You keep your personal issues someplace else and you conduct business. You transfer money to my account, I'm going to take care of you like one of my customers. I don't care if you call me this a scammer, blah, 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 at the end of the day. Don't even care. This is business at the end of the day. So that means that I want to basically do my job as I'm supposed to do, process your order and ship it out the door, because no one's going to sit there and say, oh, he messed with my order or he did this and did that. No, I'm going to do my job the way it was meant to be done. You, on the other hand, you are not a good person to do business with, because the sneaky stuff that you do ends up blowing up in your face. No company's going to do business with you doing tactics like that at the end of the day. Even though you may consider that to be funny, that ended up hurting you at the end of the day, because we can use that against you. We can even show that, look, go to the post office, look, this is what he shipped to me, so-and-so. That's mail fraud at the end of the day. Better Business Bureau, we have proof of that. All transactions that we're talking about were recorded. But you live in this fantasy world. I don't know what goes on with you at the end of the day. I really don't. My suggestion to you and both parties, take the entire Prozac. Stop breaking them in half, because it's not good for you. It really isn't. Crazy stuff. Well, I really think this man is bipolar at the end of the day. This right here, this is gold right here. This is the, we all know what this is. This is the email of this guy inviting us to buy from him, and then going into a full-blown Karen with all kinds of weird messages popping up on the receipts, all kinds of crazy stuff. He wanted to rant about his vacation. Oh man, do you even think when you talk sometimes? Seriously, your wife need to smack you in the face a couple of times and just shake you a little bit and say, look, what's wrong with you? You okay? Because there's something wrong with you at the end of the day. How do you give somebody an invite to buy from your site, and then when they buy from your site, you want to ban them? You want to get mad? You want to get angry because they're banned? Because you got to keep putting the money back? Is that what it is? You got to keep giving us back our money? That's what it is? Then why in the world would you give us an invite to buy if your intentions were that you were going to get mad in the middle of the freaking transaction? What's wrong with you? Is something wrong with you? That's what's weird about this guy, I'm telling you. But yeah, we got little weird messages on top of these freaking, every receipt that went through, he was sending us weird messages back and forth. And one of them, he basically accused us of harassment. How is it harassment if you tell us that we could buy? You're a weird dude, man. You're a really weird dude at the end of the day. But yeah, he goes into a rant like, I'm on vacation, blah, 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 blah. First things first, and I've explained this before. You're on vacation. You give us the invite to buy. What is it your business at the end of the day if I go in there and I buy at the end of the day? As long as that money transfers in your account and it's a legit purchase at the end of the day, what's your problem? Why are you so upset about ruining your vacation at the end of the day? No, your vacation is being ruined because you're scared to death to send a product over here that you know darn well at the end of the day it's not going to work. That you've been lying to your customers and lying to people on YouTube. That's the only way you would be bothered by that. Let me catch this order real quick before it goes through. Let me cancel it. That's you right there. Paranoid. Let's go through his website real quick. And of course, keep in mind, this is a person that's very unprofessional. You're going to see rants and all kinds of pop up. This is what Crow does. But I'm going to show you right here. You want to call people scammers at the end of the day. Your website is about as shicey can be at the end of the day. So let me go over here. Let me show you. Let's go to the shop. Now, let's go pick up one. Look, metal can. I told you, metal cans. Didn't I just explain to y'all that it was going to be metal cans pretty soon? Look at him. And this man is sitting there watching me every day. Isn't that sad? Why are you watching me? And first of all, why are you taking pictures of me in my house watching me? That's kind of weird, man. There's something wrong with you. You're a weird person. Something wrong with you. You're taking pictures of me. Then you talk about somebody being obsessed with somebody. I don't take pictures of you and post them like that. I don't do that kind of stuff. That's not my thing. I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm a grown man. Why in the world would I be taking pictures of another grown man and posting pictures of me watching him? Yeah, you got some problems. Your wife need to find out there's something wrong with you. Let's go through his page real quick and show you. Because he's right now, he don't want you to see this. Look at this. His page is not even loading up right. Come on, man. Just messed together. He still has the spell delivered right. Oh my goodness, are you freaking kidding me? All this time we've been telling you how to spell it, and he hasn't spelled it right. Same missed errors in here, left and right. Now see where it says right here in this policy, return and refund. Policy. Once the product is delivered, and you can't spell for jack, man. You got to learn to spell. You really do. Get a spelling checker. I'm trying to say this about basically insulting your intelligence. There's no way that it's not to insult your intelligence. You can't spell. So what he's saying right here is no refunds, refund policy. Once the product is delivered, which is spelled wrong, no refunds or no returns or refunds. Please make sure you ask any questions before purchasing. So basically, you're telling your customers at the end of the day that if they don't basically, if the product lands on their property, at the end of the day, it's theirs. Where's the exchange policy? What happens if that product gets there and it's busted and it's leaking out? So bottom line is, whether they get half of their paint in the container and it's leaking, they're stuck with it, because I don't see a policy there covering that for the customer. You don't have that there. Not only do you have a ton of freaking, why do you have a capital in the middle of your sentence right there? Oh my, I'm not gonna go into this because man, this is such an easy fix. You know how easy fix this is? You can go in, Hotmail has a spelling checker in it. I'm pretty sure all of us know that already. Has a spelling checker in it. He could copy and paste this entire thing, stick it on there, and the spelling checker will go through all the errors and show all the missed errors in there, and he can recorrect them, how to do it. That's it. That's all you got to do. And at that, a spelling checker is cheap. They're like what? They're cheap programs that you can get. And your spelling is that bad in there. Do you know how to spell deliver? That is not how you spell deliver. Let me show how easy it is to fix this. Watch this. I'm going to show you how easy it is to fix this. All you got to do is, and if you're watching this, Crow, here's a tutorial for you on how to spell at the end of the day. How you call yourself making screen paint, you can't even spell. You hit the back button on that. That's all you got to do is hit the back button, right? You go to search, Google search. That's it, right? Now, when you hit that, what's going to happen is it's going to pop up and it's going to show you the correct way how to spell it. That's it. That's how easy it is. And you can pronunciation, everything. That's it. See how you spelled it? Wrong, 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 wrong. Right, right, right. Really, at the end of the day. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. But then again, like I said, if you can't read, I'm not trying to say you can't read, because I'm pretty sure you can read. Hopefully you can. You're driving. If you can read and know what delivery means. But then again, at the end of the day, some people can have the correct spelling of it and still don't even know how to spell it right. That's it. That's all you got to do. That simple, that easy. I go through spelling checkers on my site constantly all the time because I myself make mistakes. I've even gone to my YouTube channel like, okay, I made a mistake, then recorrect it. If someone even came in, I had somebody come one time and say, yeah, you spelled so-and-so wrong. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. One and fixed it, so-and-so and so. Even if he came in and said, oh, you spelled so-and-so wrong. Okay, no problem, I fixed that. Why in the world would I leave my site there if someone's helping me out, trying to tell me how to do so-and-so, even if it's a person I don't like at the end of the day, go fix your freaking site so you don't look like an idiot at the end of the day. But anyway, this is his policy right here. Returns and refunds policy. Once the product is delivered, no returns or refunds, which means once it lands, boop, on your property, you don't get your money back. You don't get an exchange. You don't get nothing. Because if you're saying, oh, that's not true, then you need to put that on your site, because that's what's on your website. Well, that's what people are going to read when they come in at the end of the day. Let's read your specification sheet, what you have here. This is all you have for your specification sheet. This is my mix. This is my favorite mix. Again, I don't even know why there's a capital there. It shouldn't be there. One of all my mixes, it will give you well-balanced picture. I swear, man. You ever listen to freaking It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? I think it's Charlie. You ever listen to Charlie read stuff? This is what it sounds like. Now you're saying this is all you got here. This my mix. This my mix. This is my mix. The freak? Yeah, I just read that right there. This my mix. Yeah, you need to get somebody to help you spell, because you can't spell it in the day. I'm sorry. I don't like to belittle people like this in the day, but we've been telling this man this since last year. They're trying to help him out a little bit. Even if somebody's being nasty with me at the end of the day, I try to be nice. I try to say, look, man, you need to go in and get a spelling checker or go in and just fix all this, because this is going to make your site look bad. It makes you look like you're illiterate at the end of the day. No one's really going to buy from you. But you miss your is right here. So this mix is my favorite one of my mixes. It will give you well-balanced picture from your ultra short throw projector. So what if a person's using a long throw? What if they're using a different form of projector? You're just saying ultra short throw. So you just category your paint as being used with one projector. It works best, again, where capitals don't need to be there, with 2200 lumens and up. Really haven't seen that test with 2200 lumens and up. The only test I see is on a 3000 lumen projector, ultra short though, because that's the only one you really show it off of, and up. I test it with 1080p and 4K. Great with some light environments. No, it doesn't work with any kind of light environments because we tested ourselves over here. It's pretty bad. 2 quarts. He finally spelled quarts correctly. Finally spelled it correctly. Wait. No, that's a 2-quart container. One of these got spelled correctly wrong. 2 quarts, cover up to a 3. No. I'm sorry, buddy. Do you know how big a 300-inch screen is? 2 quarts are not going to cover up to a 300-inch screen. Oh, there's something wrong with you at the end of the day. I really do. I believe there's really something wrong with you at the end of the day. 2 quarts, it's not going to cover up to 300 inches. My screen in the back that I built was around 192. It took almost 2 gallons to knock that thing out. There's no way in the world 2 quarts is going to cover up to a 300-inch screen. Have you ever painted a 300-inch screen before? See, this is why people, you got to watch out. He's making accusations. He can't. Have you ever painted a 300-inch screen before? I've done 250. 250 is massive. That's a big freaking screen. There's no way in the world 2 quarts it will ever cover a 250-inch, let alone a 300-inch screen. 2 quarts are going to probably do somewhere in the range of 150 inches. That's what you're looking at. But it depends on what your paint's coverage is going to be. And you have to consider the fact that some customers are going to use more paint than others. So what we do is over here is when we paint a screen of 100, say we got a screen, we say it paints up to 135 inches, right? We make sure that we paint the screen, we glop it on, we put it on heavy just to put ourselves in the shoe of a customer that's not going to use paint like we do it. Because just because you might be good with it, that doesn't mean everybody's going to be good with it. Some people are going to use more, some people are going to use less. It depends on the painter. If you put it to a paint sprayer, you're going to eat more paint than you ever ate in your entire life. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have paint that's going to be spraying out in the air. That's basically paint that's never going to make contact with the screen at the end of the day. And Canon's going to eat that paint quick. Just like that. Do that feeder. And you're going to end up with less paint. So what you got to do is when you paint a screen, you put it on heavy. You put it on like a customer would put it on. You have to make sure at the end of the day, when you're done, it has to be about that much paint left over. That way, if the customer uses more or less or whatever, he still has that much paint left over. When we paint a ceiling, we do it quart by quart. So we know exactly how many quarts it takes to do the screen. This is bull at the end of the day. Lie. That's the biggest lie. Crow, you need to slap yourself in the face. There is no way in the world 2 quarts is going to paint a 300-inch screen. Have you ever seen a 300 screen? This is what happens, people, when you do the same videos on the same screen over and over again at 100 inches, your brain don't work right. Because this man's probably, you ever painted a 150 inch? 200 inch? 180? 190? Any one of them big screens? No. There is no way in the world that 2 quarts it's going to cover a 300-inch screen. Man, never seen a 300-inch screen before in a day in his life. I know how much it takes to paint a 300-inch screen. As a matter of fact, on the demonstrations, we have a customer who had a 1,000-inch screen. Do you know how many gallons of paint we had to ship out to them to cover a screen that was 1,000 inches? And you're talking about 2 quarts? Are you kidding me? Oh, that's got to be some miracle paint right there. That got to be some miracle paint. Let me tell you something, people. At the end of the day, it's basically, when we matched it up, it's just basically just house paint. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So if you want to do that experiment yourself, go get yourself a 300-inch screen over at, you can get one over for we paid it for the 250. We paid about $98. So I think it's like $150 for the 300. And stretch that screen out. And you tell me if 2 quarts is going to cover that thing at the end of the day. You know how big that screen is? You don't know what you're talking about. Look at that nonsense. 2 quarts of this mix will cover up to 300 inches. That's a lie. Anybody, even a professional painter will come in and say, oh, that's a freaking lie. That's bullcrap. Yeah, my goodness, you just lie on your webpage. There's no tomorrow. 200, 300. I'm done, people. I'm done. I swear, I'm done. I never heard anything that stupid in my life. That's the dumbest thing I've heard in my entire life. Wow. Ah, boy. I'm telling you. Think about 150-inch screens about 7 feet high. You're talking about 300 inches. That's a big screen. That big screen I had in the backyard, you see the size of that thing? That thing was 250 inches side by side. That screen was 198 inches. Now, 198 inches, if you break the screen down at being around 150 inches, it takes 2 quarts to paint a 150-inch screen. That took us a gallon to knock out the screen. It was 2 quarts per screen at 150 inches, which was a gallon. And even though we still had to add more to it because we had to basically paint the borders and everything that had to match everything with it so the screen would blend together into one screen. So even that takes a gallon right there. There's no anywhere. And you're talking about a 300-inch screen. My screen in the back was only around 198. 198 was 198, and it took 2 quarts per each screen. And then we had to have some more extra because, like I said, I had to do the borders and all that, so we had to paint the whole screen, so all blended in together. So that right there is basically a gallon to paint that. Now imagine at 300 inches. And you guys coming to my channel calling me an idiot at the end of the day. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Then you got 300 inches. 300 inches what? What's the ratio? Is it 16:9, 16:10, 235.1? You don't even have me your aspect ratio measurements here. Bet you doesn't know the aspect ratios for 235.1. You probably think, oh, you can get 100 inch at 235. No. 235.1s don't come in 100. They come in odd numbers. So it'd be like 115, 128, 158, 178. They come in weird numbers because your screen is always shorter on its height but longer in its width. He doesn't know. As I told you at the end of the day, they don't know what they're talking about at the end of the day. Let's show you his picture category. Watch the pictures. Watch. In the dark. Did we not just bounce that demonstration off our backyard screen yesterday? But this is what he shows his product is supposed to be ambient light rejection, right? That's what he says. Well, he says it's not ambient light rejection, but it works in some environments. This doesn't look like some environments. This environment's pretty dark to me. How's that working out for you? Look at your pictures, man. Your pictures don't even match up right. Look at this. All in the dark. Whole lot of neon light splashed around to make the environment look like it's well lit. Showing off the contrast levels. Another lie. See, all in the dark. That's it. That's all you got. That's it. Let's go to another one. I never heard of that. 2 quarts paints a 300-inch screen. Do you have any idea how big a 300-inch screen is? Yeah, right. Yeah, that giant massive screen I had in the backyard was only 198. Let's go to, let me see over here. This is supposed to be the 1 quart right here. All right, 1 quart, let me see. Again, you can't spell. It's supposed to be a 1, not an I, right there. This is my mix favorite, same as the other one. Another mix. It will give you well-balanced picture when I read this mess again. It works best with 2000 lumens and up, tested with 1080p. That's all you have for your test right there. Just tested with 1080p and 4K. So it's be a space here for 4K. With some light environments, and it doesn't work with any environments. 1 quart, you spell quart wrong. Quart is not spelled, the abbreviation for quart is not QRT. Before you go in and insulting people at the end of the day, learn how to spell, man. Really seriously how to spell. Easy way to fix all this. Easy way to paint up, covers up to 100 to 135. Have you painted a 135-inch screen physically? I've had multiple 135s in here. So have you painted 135? How do you know you can get 135? That's a huge stretch right there. If you're saying your screen can cover 135. So I don't know about that right there at the end of the day. Unless you see him paint a 135-inch screen, then you would know. His measurements are way off because he's telling you 2 quarts you can do a 300-inch screen. I'm not going to laugh about that. It's taking everything I got to keep from laughing at that one. Again, Ah, my goodness, that's where I gotta rub the top of my head for this one right here. 302 quarts for 300. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep from laughing, people. But we both know that's stupid at the end of the day. We all know that's stupid. And even you naysayers know that's stupid at the end of the day. You take the time to read through this thing at the end of the day, you spelled quart wrong. This is my mix. Why did you start off with this is my mix? This is my favorite. Again, capital in the middle. Once of all. I'm not busting on the guy because saying he may have a learning disability. That's what I said at the end of the day. He may have a learning disability. But still, if someone is showing you how to fix the problem and make it sound professional, hey, if your wife spells better than you, or maybe your kids, maybe you got a best friend or whatever. I had a friend of mine to pay him $50. Yeah, he's excellent. His grammar was immaculate. He was good. Really good grammar. And I used to pay him $50 to come in and go through my website. And he would go, here you go, there you go, so and so and so. But as he was showing me the website, he wasn't belittling me. He was teaching me how to do things correctly. And I didn't take it offensively. I took it as, hey, extra education. Might as well. So yeah, I used to pay him $50. He was about 16 years old. But he was really good in that field of grammar. He was really spelling, all that was macking. It was crazy. And he was real particular about how things had to be done and so and so and so. Well, who better than to have him go through my website? I didn't mind the criticism at the end of the day. I needed it. It helps me out. But there you go right there. See right there? Look at this. This is my favorite. One of my mixes. It will give you well-balanced picture from your ultra short throw projector. It works best with 2000 lumens and up. Test it with 1080p projectors, 4K. Great with some light environments. Have you tested 2200 lumens in a well-lit environment at all, period? We do 1000 lumen projectors outside at 13 feet. So wondering if you actually done these. One quart spelled incorrect, as I know before. Covers up to 100, 135. I would doubt that unless you actually show people painting 135. This screen has really good coverage. Really good coverage, like so much per square inch on really good coverage on how much you can get out of it. Then you can reach to 135 easily. But you have to paint a screen literally that size to see whether or not if your screen paint can do it, not just say it at the end of the day. So you need to go down and get yourself a 135-inch screen and coat the screen. That's what you need to do. As a matter of fact, you need to have somebody else do it. Have an average Joe paint the screen. An average Joe paint the screen, it's not going to paint the screen the way you paint the screen. If you've been painting screens over and over and over again and again and again, you build up a certain skill for it. Get somebody who basically doesn't have good painting skills, have them paint the screen. They get 135 out of that in the day. Oh, guess what? There you go. Or if your screen has really good coverage, often you can tell that from the door when you start painting them out, if you got good coverage. This mix is my favorite. Using it with ultra short throw projectors, it is amazing. Favorite using it with ultra short throw projectors, it is amazing. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help you. Saves hundreds. I doubt that if you can't match your product to a simple basic house paint, you're not saving hundreds, you're actually stealing from people at the end of the day, which she has not done them demonstrations yet, period. Come on, man. If I can get up there and I can do demonstrations against black paint and black fabric and all that stuff and do certified screens up there and show you the difference at the end of the day, I don't know why you can't do that whole Sherman Williams test at the end of the day. But let me see what we got here at the bottom here. Same thing, and the disclosure as returns, return policy. Once the product is delivered, no refunds or returns. That is not a good policy at the end of the day. Like I said, if your product comes busted, leaking, whatever happens, guess what? That's yours. And again, you got to learn to spell this correctly. That needs to be spelled correctly. I'm not going to go through this. I don't have the time, but really, in the truth. You charge your customers over here a $70 surcharge fee. I'm going to leave that alone. We don't charge them jack at the end of the day. Yeah, if they're paying for the product, why charge them at the end of the day? Let's go over here. Man, nobody in their right mind is going to buy from somebody with number one, you can't back your product with the house paint. That's one problem you're going to have. That ain't the first. And then you can't back your product to the YouTube video, you delete it off your account, which nobody can seem to find, but we got it. But no one's going to buy from you if you have a policy. Tell them that if the postman drops his product on your front porch, you are stuck with it, whether if it's leaking or not. Heck, that man could ship you a box of rocks and you couldn't even get around that at the end of the day. A box of rocks. Somebody sent that to me one time. So, well, they ship some rocks. Well, they just get rocks. All right, let's come over here. Tons of spelling errors. My goodness. Let's see, we got only 2 pictures here. You got 2 pictures here, and both of them are in the dark. Please don't tell me this is a customer demonstration right here, because I literally thought this was his video at the end of the day. Are we off here anywhere? 95%. He muted it. He had to go in and mute it. He muted it to the website. Oh, we know. We have the same platform. These platforms, you can go and you can mute videos. So he muted the video because when we first played it, mind you, Crow, we had the actual video of the customer saying that that was the product, so forth and so forth, talking about it. He muted it. Hold on. We need stickers. Colors. So look, this is what we're going to do today. We already did a demonstration of black paint versus our product. We've done the demonstration. I got to do it again. I got to do one promo for the website without me talking on it too much. And we want Jamie today to do 3 mixes, well, not 3 mixes, 3 paints from Sherman Williams. There's 3 of them that we want him to do side-by-side demonstrations on his products today. You think they'll get done? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen, people, at the end of the day. Because every time you want to call me a scammer, I'm going to give you another task to do for your product to show you if your product works or not. And if you don't do it, well, then that's that. There we go. House paint. Freaking house paint. So this video I'm looking at, I'm thinking it's his house. I literally thought it was his house at first. It's not. That's a customer. When I sit there and tell you that you're going to be in the dark, you're going to be in the dark with that product. The video look familiar? It looks just like his house, don't it? Because I guarantee you he's giving them pointers at the end of the day, like, look, I want you to do it this way and so and so and so and so and so and so. We don't tell our customers that. Hey, open up the windows. Yeah, that's your customer demonstrations right there. Are you kidding me? That's your customer demonstration. And just like you, zoomed up on the screen, not showing the background, nothing. That is your customer demonstration at the end of the day. What did I just sit there and say to you people at the end of the day? All you show is pictures of your product in the dark. That's what you show? And you want to call somebody a scammer at the end of the day, and yet I got demonstrations showing my product versus black paint. You don't have any demonstrations of your product versus gray paint. I got demonstrations of my screen being displayed on the ceiling. I got demonstrations of my screens outside over and over again and again and again. And you got the same dinky little screen that you're using in your demonstration over and over and over again in the dark. Even your customer demonstrations sit in the dark. This is my customers' pictures. So my customers take pictures. They like to stand back. They like to show up the entire environment. They like to show up the screen, everything.
Okay, how are we doing out there? First things first, my name is Fernando. I'm the creator of Luminous Focus Screen Paint using ambient projection technology gain. Times 5, 7, and 8.
See that screen right there? That's 150 inch painted into the wall.
40-inch screen.
Well, 140. Sorry about that, people.
140-inch screen and my friend's phone just got finished completing the screen. There's everything right there on the floor using these
Fully lit environment. You see her sitting in the dark? You see me sitting up on top of the screen? No.
fantastic. Right now she has it playing through her Apple TV. Now I can't show you the full panorama of the room because they just moved here and we're still rearranging everything, but I just got a chance to come in today and install Apple TV. Now I can't shoot.
Another demonstration. They're showing lights on and lights off. My customer demonstrations put your customers to shame. I saw the demonstration with the laser projector. The screen was washed out, especially when you're talking about Hotel Transylvania. The boy had those big, deep red curls. That should have popped up on the screen. I was washed out. Had the other demonstration with the woman on top of the roof with the whole Batman setup screen. Mind you, when you show a screen like that, there's supposed to be black bars at the top, black bars at the bottom. It's not supposed to be all washed in together. The Bane scene, the one that was up on the airplane. Come on, man. You got some customers demonstrations look bad. That's the projector I'm trying to get. He got a Philips in here. I'm trying to get that Philips. He got a nice one here. That's the Philips projector he was showing off. Look, that's a demonstration we did over here at a church. That's my technology right there at a church. But this is the same paint that this individual has in his house. He claims it's supposed to be ours, that for some reason, it don't pull up. You can't see it. But I got these demonstrate pictures from my customers showing off our screens. That's the problem with Crow. The minute something lands up on Crow's property, don't work. It's like Crow's Bermuda Triangle at the end of the day. There you go. 300-inch screen. Please. You lost your freaking mind. It's a testimony from a church we did overseas. 7,000 lumen projector. They couldn't get the screen to pull up on 7,000 lumens. This is my technology. It hits the screen. Do you have any idea how much paint it takes to do a screen that size? It's quite a lot. So I know for a fact that there's no way in the world that you're going to paint a 300-inch screen at 2 quarts. You don't even know what you're talking about. See the difference between when people display my products, fully lit environments, plenty of light, they test our stuff at the end of the day. Your customers are sitting in the dark. Looks just like your video. Just like ours look just like our videos. There you go. Check that over on YouTube. Let me see over here. And doing demonstrations sitting up in the dark. I'll pause that right there. There you go. You're talking about two. Now you said, mind you what he said. He said 300 inches, right? Paint 2 quarts. This is a 198-inch screen. All linked together, it makes 198. You don't know what you're talking about. That's a big screen over there. My deck sits about 11 feet high. From there, we had to paint the bottom part. So to make the screen the full 198, because when you take 250 inches, you're gonna have the length, but you're gonna miss the height. So the top of my deck is about this much of the base of the wood that comes from one end to the next. We actually painted it with the black technology so it would blend into the screen. So what you're seeing is part of the screen is wood at the top, which is covered with black technology, and the other half is fabric, all blended in perfectly. So that screen comes in altogether at 198 inches. That's how big it is. It took a lot of paint to knock that screen out. And you're telling me 2 quarts are going to do a 300-inch screen? And that screen over there together is 198? Are you kidding me? Yeah, you're smoking something, man. That thing is huge. You don't know what you're talking about at the end of the day. There is no way in the world you're going to get 2 quarts into a 300-inch screen. Not going to happen. Show me demonstrations like this on this level. We got 2 projectors out there back to back. One's 720p, one's 1080p. You don't do setups like this. While you're sitting up there in your apartment hiding from ambient light, I'm outside with 2 back-to-back projectors outside displaying. I'm not trying to be rude, people, but this one demonstration right here, Jamie, at the end of the day, puts all your screen paint products to shame. All your demonstrations. Show me one demonstration to match that demonstration right there that you have. Not going to somebody else's house and going in their backyard. Show me what you got. You couldn't even fit that in your house. If I want to be rude about it, you can't even fit that screen in your house. Not even one of these you couldn't fit. $180-inch outside. Only one on YouTube. Go look up on YouTube. Look up 180-inch black screen. That's the only one that's going to pop up. It's the only one. We're the only one that has a black screen outside at 180 inches. Now remember I told you about the border part right here? See right here? Right there? That's what had to be painted black. Because the screen 150 inches don't hit there. 150 inches hit right along the edge here. So this whole section right here is missing. So in order to be able to get the whole screen to max out at 198, we had to paint all this over here black and then get the screen to blend right into it. So what you're seeing at the same time, you're seeing wood and fabric blend into one screen. A lot of people didn't realize that. But yeah, 180-inch hits all the way up to the top right here. So that screen was nice because we wish we could have kept it, but the wind kept tearing it up. But that screen did 250 inches back to back. At 235.1, it did 198 inch. And at one projector in the middle of it, we put in the middle of it, gave us 180 inches. Had 3 applications to that screen. That's how big that screen was. This is the 180 inch. I'm in the backyard. My neighbor was on the other end, but you couldn't see him. He didn't want to be on camera. We was on the other end. And he was freaking came outside. He was like, what the freak? Yeah, that screen is massive. That was a big screen. But the problem with this screen was that I had to come out here and I had to wash this screen down just about every day, man. Because see right here where I showed you with the dirt, we left not feeding the animals at the time, or basically this is all grass now, but the dirt, anytime air or anytime the rain came in, splash mud from one section to the next, which ain't no problem. You just go out there and spray it down and go back and watch in the video. But nice that we have the grass there. Next one I'm gonna do a small little platform for it so we can have something there. But yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand how this guy calls himself the best of the best at the end of the day, and you don't have any screen demonstrations like this. You got to go run to somebody's house to do a demonstration like this? Oh my, really? You should have all this stuff set up from the door. Oh man. No information on his website, nothing at all, period. And I don't care if you show me pictures of me at the end of the day, so what? That's me, big deal. The sad thing about that is you have the time to take pictures of me and save them on your phone to show me these pictures. That's a little weird, man, at the end of the day. That's strange. I don't do stuff like that with other people, especially men. To be taking pictures of men and keeping them on my phone. And you want to talk about somebody who's obsessed? Yeah, it's a little weird, man. That's a little weird. That doesn't bother me at all one bit whatsoever. But it's kind of strange that you would have those pictures like that. I'm going to leave that one alone. You're strange. All right, here your summary. Bad, very bad. IB Personal Mix is great for movies, gaming. Is perfect for those light environments. You think I'm joking? I'm dead serious. That's exactly what it says. IB Personal Mix is great for movies and gaming. Is perfect for those light controlled environments. Light controlled environments. All right, people, let me get something straight here. So you want to challenge somebody and you're talking about your product is light controlled. When we're outside, there's no such thing as light controlled on a 150-inch screen. Doesn't exist, Sparky. Doesn't exist at all, period. You're out there, you're out there. Your screen's going to work or it's not going to work. That's what's going to happen at the end of the day. That's it. There is no such thing as light control. When I come in here and I turn my lights on, it's switch on, switch off. There's no light control in this house. That's it. No dimmers, nothing. Turn the light on, it's on. Turn it off, it's off. And you're talking about light controls, but you want to challenge people to have ambient light projection technology? Let's see, light control. Well, it will work, and it will work with 2,000 lumens. Oh my goodness, I swear. Oh, no, don't. Okay, I'm trying to be respectful here on every level whatsoever, people. I'm not trying to, my goodness, man, are you kidding me? This is your specification on your products. That's it. So what about the material? What can you paint it on? Because I know at the end of the day, with our product, you do not want to paint it on stucco. Bad idea. You do not want to use it on a polyester, tart, PVC surface. Bad idea, because I showed you what happened. It lifts off the surface. There are certain things you can't paint it on. So we have to have a specification sheet showing you what you can paint on. Sheet metal, sheet rock, stuff like that, all the good stuff. No specification sheet. 5 years shelf life. So if somebody opens this up and they crack this open, how long is this going to last after 5 years? This is stuff you got to, people got to ask. What kind of rollers are you using it with? Using it gnat rollers, foam rollers, stucco rollers, you know what I mean? You can use it with a paint sprayer. What type of paint sprayer? It's a Wagner 250 you can use it with. Is there instructions on using it with the paint sprayer? Like, okay, when you use the invisible, we have right there where it says to wear a face mask and glasses when using a paint sprayer. Best paint sprayer for this application is Wagner 250. Where's your information on that? Nothing there. And you keep out of reach of children and pets. Nope. What's the lumen count if you want to use it outside? You just have for inside only. Judging by 2,000 lumens and up, how many test demonstrations do you have on 2,000 lumens and up in a fully lit environment? Not any at all, period, to tell you the truth. Not many. Most are on that main projector. What's your distance though on your product? So if I drop a projector back at 2,200 lumens at 22 feet, can I still maintain and pick up an image in a fully lit environment? 5,000 lumens projector, does your screen hotspot? Do you have any demonstrations at 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 lumen projectors? Okay. Oh, my goodness. What about soap? Bottom line, if something spills on my floor, what's the best way to clean it up? Do you have hot water and soap, anything mild soap that you can use to clean the floor? Is it VOC? Is it eco-friendly? Do you have that? Was your product water-based? People need to know at the end of the day, if you're spraying a formula, it's at the end of the day, they need to know if it's water-based or not. It's not there, is it? You see anything else there at all, period? Nothing at all. All right, let's see what your return policy on this one is. Let's see, same as before. Return policy: once the product is delivered, no returns. Once the product is delivered, no returns. Once the product is delivered, no returns. Just make sure you guys get that one. No return. And again, you spelled delivery wrong again. And you spelled, there's an I, not for court. It's supposed to be a 1. Okay, give me a headache, Crow. You really literally give me a freaking headache. Oh yeah, and we in a Crows IB mix over here. I hope that's not the personal mix. I guarantee that the personal mix and the IB mix are both the same thing at the end of the day. You just changed your name to it. I guarantee you. We're going to order that too. I'm curious if this will match the stuff we have over here. Oh man, you're giving me a headache reading this stuff, man. You really seriously giving me a freaking headache reading this mess. Let's check out the Frankenstein. Hopefully the spelling over here is much better. Oh, great goodness. What the freak? Learn one valuable lesson. Never freaking read your webpage on an empty stomach. I feel like I've been on the teacups for about a half an hour at Disney World. This is a big lie right here. Frankenstein mix quart needs to be a 1, not an I. You can start with a capital here. Okay, people, this is one of my first mixes I ever created. Bull crap and freaking lie at the end of the day. Man, you just lie all over your page. No, Crow, that's not your first product you made at the end of the day. Your first product at the end of the day was a Metallica mix. You know why? Because back in the day, people don't realize the history behind Crow. Crow doesn't know. Let me explain to you. Crow used to give out his products for free way back a long time ago. Yes, he used to give his products out for free. Why do you think we get on him about that video that he has? In that video, the one you see him making the black and white mixture label on the Metallica mix with the 2 tablespoons of black paint, that was right around the time when Crow was basically giving out his products for free, showing people how to make them. That was one of the first mixes that he made, a Metallica mix, which is funny thing about it, you didn't see any silver paint go on that video, did you? No silver? Any glitter? Nothing? That was it. There you go. But anyway, he used to give his products up for free, showing off these black and white mixtures and showing people how you can make these products yourself. So no, Crow, your first mix that you ever developed was actually called the Metallica mix because it was a product that you were giving out for free. You never gave out the Frankenstein for free, so it wouldn't be your first. The video that you deleted would be your first because that's the video where you gave your product out for free. Ta-da! My goodness. Oh. Man, I catch this guy in lies so many times it's not even funny. Hey, why is he on here running his mouth? You know why? Because he knows I'm telling the truth. Yeah, so his first mix was not a Frankenstein at the end of the day. His first mix was a Metallica mix. And your product is not gunmetal because gunmetal isn't that freaking light at the end of the day. Why do you have size? What the freak? Oh, man, you're going to give me a freaking aneurysm at the end of the day. My head's going to freaking explode looking at this. Why do you have size? 32 ounces size. No. I'm leaving that one alone. I ain't got time for this. Gunmetal. Gunmetal is not that color. This would be in the range of gunmetal. See how dark that screen is over there? That's gunmetal. Your screen's not dark enough to be gunmetal. Your screen comes in the category of gray. That's what it is. That's not gunmetal. And you go on Crow's website, you got to be prepared. All right, so this is me saying right here, okay, now you're trying to make it sound like it's more than it's not. Okay, people, this is one of my first mixes I ever created. Lie. Created. It's been used for businesses and churches and outside venues. It works best with high lumen projectors of 3,500 lumens. All right, Sparky, let me explain something to you. A high lumen projector isn't 3,500. It's not. It's not even 38. It's not. It's not even 4,000. You start getting the high lumen projectors when you start reaching the 5,000 mark. So when you reach 5,000, you get to 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. That's when the price starts to jump. You could buy a projector from, what's it from? High lumens. You can get a projector from ViewSonic, and I bought it before. It was a WXGA projector. It was 1920 by 1200. It was around 4,000 lumens. It was considered to be a home theater projector. It was not considered to be a venue projector at all, period. At all. So if you're talking about high lumens, you're talking about 5,000 lumens and up. That's when the price changes. That's when the price changes. If you get 4,000 lumens on a projector, you're talking about probably about $100, 140, 150. You can get the Chrissy LW 400s, Chrissy LX 400s. They're about $100. They're about 4,000 lumens from the pop from the door. That's the one right here. That's 4,000 lumens right there. If you start, that's 5,200 lumens. So that one right there would cost you around, I say, $400 or $500 right there. That's a used projector. So you'll get it $400 or $500. Brand new can come out a couple $1,000, $4 or $5 or $6 or $7,000, depending on what kind of lens you get in the front. Now, if you get a standard throw lens, it's a lot cheaper. But if you get something a little different than a standard throw lens, which means somebody put a little money into it, like an extended throw lens, an ultra short throw lens, one of those lenses right there, that's going to cost you a little bit more money because you paid more money for that lens. Like the average lens for that projector is probably going to be $500. Or that one right there is going to cost you $800, $900, maybe $1,000 right there. I know because I had nothing with venues. I do not with venue projectors. This is the same individual who came and said venue projectors suck. Don't even know what he's talking about. All right, so no. 3,000 lumen projector is considered to be home theater. When you're talking about 5,000, now you're talking about a good maybe $600, $700, $800, $900. Brand new, you're talking about a couple $1,000 easy, without the lens. So you can easily spend about $10,000, $20,000 for a projector with no lens, and the lens will probably cost you, depending on the lens, if it's standard, you'll probably pay about $2 or $3 grand, maybe $5 grand for it if it's brand new. And if you're talking about ultra short though, you're talking about 15, 20, 30 grand. Easy. And I showed you that in demonstrations. And it depends on how big of the projector. Once they hit the 5,000, you're not going to get a Roadhouse case for 5,000. 6 and 7 and up, you're going to get Roadhouse cases. In case you don't know what that is, Crow, that is a massive case that they stick the projector in. And these are projectors that they use for basically when they transfer back and forth for concerts and shows and stuff like that. They come in these big, bulky, massive cases. That's what they call a Roadhouse case. You don't know anything about projectors at all. But you're talking about 35 lumens is not considered to be high. That's low. My projector downstairs is 600 by 800, 720p SVGA, and that's 3,800 lumens downstairs. That's a high-end projector. That's a high lumen projector. It's 38. If you consider it to be high-end, high lumens, then the one I have downstairs is actually higher than the one you have here and you're just having display. And that's a basic 600 by 800 home theater projector at 38. And you're talking about 35. 35 is not high. All right, 35 and up for best picture and quality. I don't recommend this for home use. Oh my goodness, man. I don't want to call you short bus, but you're literally pushing me in that direction to call you the nickname short bus. Let me explain something to you, Sparky. For businesses, at the end of the day, if you consider not for home use, because it's 3,500 lumens, my projector again downstairs is 3,800 lumens. All right, it's a ViewSonic. Downstairs at 38. That's not considered to be a high-end projector. Again, 5,000 and up are considered to be the high-end projectors. That's why these machines are huge at the end of the day. If you look at a 5,000 projector compared to a projector that's 4,000, the 5,000s are massively huge projectors. Those are big boy venues. And then you get into commercial venues when you start getting to the big higher ups, about 8,000, 10,000, 20,000. Those are commercials. Not running that in your house, by the way. You blow your power out. I learned it the hard way. I had one in here and actually blew up my almost put my box. So you're talking about this is best. Not for home. Best recommended for business. Why you're not right there? So you don't know what you're talking about at the end of the day. 3,500 lumens you can use in the home. My ViewSonic PX747 projector with 3,500 lumens. It's a home projector, the home theater projector. 35 is not high. You can use that in the house. Heck, you use 5,000 lumens in the house. That's not going to do any difference. Just don't walk in front of it because it'll jack you up at the end of the day. 35 would jack you up too at the end of the day. But yeah, right, that's bull crap. Oh my goodness, that's such bull crap. The projector over top me right now is Venue. It's 4,000 lumens. You can use that in the house with no problem. So you're saying your product is so bright that you can't. I can reflect 4,000 off a white screen and it's not going to. Oh, well, never mind. Forget it, people. I swear, this guy basically is. I hate to call somebody as dumb as dirt, but my goodness, man, are you kidding me? At the end of the day, do you research this nonsense before you write this stuff down on your page? That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my entire life. You talking about high lumens at 35? Are you freaking kidding me? I swear. Oh, my goodness, man. Stupidity, man. This stupidity. Literally, your wife needs to grab you by the head and just right across your face, man. You don't know what the freak you're talking about. 3,500 lumens is not high. What are you talking about? What the freak is wrong with you? You have no concept of reality at the end of the day. And you literally got to call me a scammer and you don't even know anything about projectors at all, period. I guess that goes with your paint too at the end of the day too. Doesn't know anything, man. My goodness. 3,500 lumens is considered to be a high-end projector for lumens. Pfft, yeah, right. I got 38 running downstairs right now. Unbelievable. You can run 4,000 lumen projectors in your house easily, no problem. That's all. You mount them. I had 5,000 running for the longest time. 5,000 lumen crystal running with no problem whatsoever. Just make sure it's mounted up. You don't walk in front of it. But then again, if you're not used to walking in front of projectors anyway, you're still going to have some problems with adjusting to that part altogether. I remember when I thought a 3,000 was powerful at one point. You know, when 3,000 projectors were considered to be powerful, that's a long time ago. I was still making gray screen paint product around that time. Projector Central. All right. Now I'm going to call this guy 80. I'm trying to refrain my calling this man at 80. I really am. But come on, man. You're talking about 3,500 lumens. It's considered to be a powerful projector. And I got 38 downstairs, and that's a home projector right there. This is Projector Central. For those of you who don't know what this site is fantastic. If you want to check out specifications, so you're shopping on eBay or somebody's talking bullcrap at the end of the day and don't know what the freak they're talking about, you can go in here and check your projector specifications right on here. Thank God you don't sell projectors on eBay. That'd be a freaking nightmare. Let's see. Let me see. We gotta come over here first, real quick. Sonic. I don't remember the model number of my projector. Let me see. I think it was a 5 something. I don't remember my projector. As a matter of fact, I wrote everything down for the website. Something. Oh, my projector has a weird number at the bottom of it, and now it's upside down. It's not even. Oh, it is upside down. I can go with the measurements from there. Hold on for a minute. I wrote it down somewhere. Hold on for a minute. I'll go back to my account. I'll put my model numbers of my projectors down. But no, people, at the end of the day, 35 is not considered to be a high power projector. A PX747 projector by, hold on for a minute. Let's get that real quick. PX747. Yeah, 7 is it? They don't make the 747 anymore. Now they make the 701. What the freak is the 701? Right. This is a ViewSonic projector. I used to own one of these right here. All right. This is a 4K projector right here. It was discontinued in 2021. Okay, discontinued that projector, so the price should be dropping on it. Anyway, so this projector right here is a home projector for home use. That's what it's used for home. It's not a venue projector. It's an everyday projector for home. See? So home, 4K home theater projector. That's what it is. What's the lumen count on this bad boy? Lumen count on this projector right here is 3,500 lumens. That's what it is. That's not considered to be a lot of lumens. At the end of the day, it's just not. All right, so let me come over here and pull up my videos. So I can pull up my projector I had mounted, because right there when I mounted the projector, I put the specifications of my projector. Let me see right here. Here it is right there. It's a ViewSonic PA. Oh yes, the PA. Okay, then I put the name of the projector right there. Okay, perfect. I had it somewhere on there. But anyway, no. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Bullcrap. Yeah. I can't wait to laugh about that in the forum site today. Hey, anyone ever tried to paint a 300-inch screen with 2 quarts of paint? Anybody? Anybody. A painter can laugh and tell you about that one. Yeah, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And you have to consider the fact that at the end of the day, some people are going to use more paint than other people, and that's what's going to happen, you know? So you have to make sure when you paint a screen out, you have to make sure you have a certain amount of paint left over. That's when I take the container and we pour it out and say, look, we had this much left over. That's why. Because some people are going to use more than others at the end of the day. Some people are going to be heavy with it. Some people are going to be lighter with it. You know what I mean? You never know. But you have to make sure there's going to be enough left over at the end of the day. You're talking about, you can't even stretch that. There's no way you can stretch it. It's virtually impossible. And I doubt 135. No, if you haven't done that demonstration on camera, you can't make that accusation. That's bullcrap. You can't make that accusation on camera that you can get a 135 of 1 quart. You need to do that demonstration. You're about 32. You might not be down for 32. If you do, I mean, hats off to you, but you need to do that demonstration before putting that on your website. You shouldn't put that on your website to begin with. That's bullcrap. Half the stuff you got on your website, you never even tested. 2,200 lumens. When have you done a 22 lumen helmet test? You did 2,200 lumens distance throw. Have you done that? Because you got to show, if somebody has a 2,200 lumen projector, say they may have it back about 13, 14 feet. You're going to have to display that 13, 14 feet, fully lit environment, and you're going to have to do a color pattern, which means a color pattern comparing with other screens, which you're going to have to do at the same time. Not your own products, certifieds. You got to do that against certifieds. So if you're saying that you did 22 feet, you got to do 2,200 lumens, you got to do 22 lumens beyond what a person's going to have it at. So if a person's going to have it at 13, you got to go to 15 to 16. You got to go higher than what they're going to do it at. And then you're going to have a comparison screen, which means not your own stuff. You're going to have a certified screen put up there to show that there's a difference between your product and the certified product. Or maybe a house paint, maybe. And then you're going to have to do that demonstration, like I said, not just pretty colors splashing screen, reds, blues, greens, white levels like we do on our screens. You have to show contrast demonstrations in fully lit environments, not in the dark, Skippy. My goodness, man. Can't just say your product does on 1,000 lumens. That's why we had the discussion with the customer who sat there and said the screen was too dark, and I dropped a 1,000 lumen projector at 11 feet in a fully lit environment on a black screen and pulled up a higher white level than the fabric, the film, and the paint. There you go. You know why I can do that? Because I've done that test. That's why. So you're going to have to do that test before you put specifications on your page. You import there something else worth in the day. You just make stuff as you go along. You got this wheel in your house, you just spin whatever lands on it. That's what you're just going to come up with on your website. The specifications are off. Don't worry, we'll get a chance to test all that. We'll have your same projector done. We're going to do the same thing. You're going to do all your stuff that you guys writ all over your website. We're going to basically go in and test all those theories. I told you it's going to be a couple months. I got time. We can squeeze you in. Right, want to go and start updating your site and start changing some of that stuff on your site real quick, because that's bull crap you putting in there at the end of the day. See, at the end of the day, when we tell people at the end of the day their products can be used outside, guess what? Boom, on the website, videos, screens outside, 150-inch outside, there you go, 180-inch outside, there you go, 192-inch screen, there you go. What about a screen paint versus black paint versus fabric, whatever? There you go on the website. Remember I was shooting all those videos? There you go. All done live. You can back it up. Where's your video demonstrations on your website backing your product? Let's check out your front page. How much information do you even have on your front page? Well, first, before we go here, let's go over here and look at this. Now, we got the PX747 projector. This is one I own. This is a home projector. Guess what the lumens on this projector are? 3,500 lumens. I had one of these right here. Unboxing video, I had one of these. 4K projector, home theater projector. This is not a venue projector. This is a home theater projector. And the lumens on this one are 3,500 lumens. 35 is not considered to be a high power projector. 4,000 is not considered to be a high power projector because of a ViewSonic projector, which I purchased on the search of the 235.1 that has a 1920 by 1200 at WUXGA at 4,000 lumens. It's labeled as a home theater projector. Now, once you reach a 5,000 mark, then you're talking about venue projectors. 6,000 venue projectors. 7,000 venue projectors. Then you start getting in from venue projectors, you start crossing over to commercial projectors, which, like again, at the end of the day, you do not want to plug one of these in your house. Now, usually a projector is not commercial projector. It's not going to come in a Roadhouse case. If I ever showed you what a Roadhouse case is, like I said, it's a giant suitcase. Usually when you get into CRTs and those particular projectors, the big commercial projectors, they will come with the road case at the end of the day. So you have on your site here, on your product here, saying that this is for businesses. You're saying at the bottom, you're telling people that it works best with high lumen projectors of 3,500 lumens. 3,500 lumens is not considered to be high lumens. Again, my projector downstairs, 600 by 800 res 720p SVGA, is 3,800 lumens. So what would that make my projector? And it's a home theater too downstairs, home theater projector. You don't know what you're talking about then today. Now, this projector over top me is 4,200 lumens. 4,000, 4,200 lumens. This is what this projector is right here. This is not even considered to be venue at the end of the day. It's venue, it's a business projector, but not on the terms of the Chrissy projectors that are 5,000 lumen projectors. You've seen the size of those things? They're huge. Oh my goodness, man. 3,500 lumens. And then he says best, I see 3,500 lumens and up, best picture quality. I don't recommend for home use unless it's up to you. So you're putting like, okay, this thing is so bright, it's not for home use, so and so and so. Bull crap at the end of the day. You put down 35. How is 35 considered to be high end? Well, my projector downstairs is 38. And then the home projector that you have, basically, which says home theater projector, not for business, right here, clearly state the projector is 3,500 lumens, and it's a home theater projector. You don't know what you're talking about at the end of the day. You need to do some facts check. You know what the thing is? Do you even own a venue projector? Like a real one, a real venue. You only own one? Chrissy, Barcode, Ronco, any of them? I didn't think you did. How are you gonna say yourself works with venue projectors? You don't even own a venue projector. And first, when you get a venue projector, you go, like I said, we have them here on screens. I've done them on 100-inch screens, but it's best to be used on a much bigger screen. When we display them on here, they're on 144s and 150s and stuff like that. That's what we display them on. The one I got downstairs, the screen down there, the acoustic is 150-inch. The screen next to that is 129-inch, 1610. These are big screens down there. And you're talking about, yeah, you never used one. All right, let's go back over to this page, man, because I'm serious. This thing's giving me a headache. All right, and what does he have down here at the bottom? Product information. That's all you have down there for product information. I've seen menus with more information. This is product information, people. That's product information. This mix is recommended for venues, churches, businesses, or classrooms with high lumen projectors. Bypassing altogether. I don't want to read the rest of that. Return policy. Return policy says, return policy. Let's see. Once the product is delivered, yep, same thing. Yep, so and so and so. And he's supposed to deliver it wrong again. Yeah. I couldn't imagine if people got to be around you every day. You're freaking exhausting, man. You are. I'm trying to not belittle this guy in any way, but dude, honestly, you can't spell for Jack. You gotta get a spelling checker. Literally, just get a spelling checker. That's all you gotta get. Get a spelling checker. I've been trying to get a spelling checker since last year. Get a spelling checker. People come on your channel and they read this crap over your website, and it looks very, very, very unprofessional. Especially when you got spelling errors. And then when they come back, people will literally come back to your page, not even to buy anything, just to go back to see how lazy you are, if you've even seen it. They'll even email you like, hey, buddy, guess what? You got this on your page, been out there for so and so and so. Can you please change that? You're going to trigger somebody's OCD at the end of the day, man. It's just so simple. Just go on and just basically copy and paste it. Oh, my goodness. Since last year, dude. Since last year. At the end of the day, let me tell you something. When people scam people at the end of the day, they don't put an effort into their page. They're gonna make their page look fantastic. They're not doing that at the end of the day. They're not gonna put no effort in their work. They're not gonna put no effort into the demonstrations or their products or back of their products or their website. Nothing at the end of the day. As long as the price site is pumping money or give them something at the end of the day, and maybe a few nickels and dimes where it may be, they're gonna keep it the way it is. They're not gonna change it. Don't care at the end of the day. If you don't have that much consideration and care for your website at the end of the day to make it look respectable for other people, at the end of the day, why would anybody buy your product? This is pretty bad, man. You got capitals popping up in the middle of freaking sentences here and there. I'll tell you one thing about Crow. Crow's made me work even harder, basically making sure my site stays on point. Because at the end of the day, I was like, man, I do not want to end up like this joker at the end of the day. I go in and get my spelling checker. I run a comb through my freaking words as much as possible. As a matter of fact, I'm going back in again to do the whole site all over again just to make sure. You keep me on key on that way because I don't want to come out looking like this at the end of the day. Be aware. Be aware. What the heck is the free shipping? Be aware. $7 surcharge. You're charging a $7 surcharge fee. You don't make any money off of that. You know how much money it costs to ship overseas? We just started shipping overseas. You know, I'm shipping to Ireland right now. I shipped to Ireland I shipped over to Ireland for a large box. Do you know how much money it cost me? $107. $107 to ship a large box over to Ireland. And $7 surcharge fee. You're still coming off like $37. $37. $37 that comes out of your $89. You're not making no money at all, period. There's no way in the world. Because even with a surcharge fee, even if it's a large box, or say somebody orders a gallon from you, even if you do it at whatchamacallit at 60 would be covered under the 70 at most. It depends on where it's going at. Now, if you go to certain places, you can ship a medium-sized box to Israel, Tokyo, places like that, which charge a great deal of money. You're not paying like $80, $90 to ship a package out there. Oh, man, really bad. And you need to fix that shipping policy. This is really bad. Like I said, if a customer, when paint leaks out of a package, something happens, you don't have any equal exchange. You got no buyer's remorse policy in here to protect yourself. You don't even have in here an act of God. You know what an act of God is, people. We all know what that is, right? Say at the end of the day, if you're shipping a product out and a big snowstorm blows through, there's virtually no way for you to ship that out if the United States Postal Service is in gridlock. Guess what? You still have to put that there at the end of the day. Let's read through. Yeah, be careful about calling people scammers, crew. You can't back your product up. Today, I got to do more demonstrations on black paint versus my product. And meanwhile, you can't do a demonstration against Sherman Williams, and you still got to do that tablecloth again. As a matter of fact, you're missing 3 of them out of that tablecloth. There's a dark gray one. There's actually the ivory, which I damaged downstairs, which I don't care. We'll get another one. And there's the other tablecloth, which you have to do in a fully lit environment on a max size zone. All right, let's go to marketplace real quick over here. Pop over here real quick. Let's go over to, let's see. I like to show the whatchamacallit. This is the screen. The black, he hates the black screen so much. Jealous. You're so jealous. Don't worry about it. Your Cinemax will get a chance to do another review against it. All right, let's go pop over here real quick. All right, so in the demonstration we have here, we get the size of the screen, 230, 160, because we painted this. We have 230, 250. Is that 250 downstairs? Well, no. Yeah, I got a 250 downstairs. This is what you're going to need, man. I'm going to show you right here what you got to do. See right here? Name of the product is what you need. Category, it's an elitist. Color, ultra black. Size, 100 inch to 120. You can't just put 300 inches. 300 inches of what? So 100 inch. Then you got to put aspect ratio, which means the ratio screen 1610, 235.1. Ultra short throw, mapping compatible. Yeah, we can do that because we have mapping software downstairs that allows us to do projector mapping on our screen, so we can actually add that in there. You don't have that in there, but we can add that in there because I had the equipment to do so. As a matter of fact, I got to do it on that screen today. Let's see, fully weatherproof. Oh yeah, we beat that to death. Why? Because we have giant screens outside. That's why. And they still do a lot of punishment. Let's see, lumen count outside, 1,500. We can actually do it at 1,000 because we have demonstration at 1,000, but we had put it at 1,500, which is a requirement, which is not really a requirement. You can do it at 1,000. The lumen count inside and out, or inside and out of the lumen, 38. If you're using it for outside, we recommend 38, which is basically really low at the end of the day, but we've done less than that. Like I said, that's a recommendation right there. You can go under recommendation, like the recommendation for the Ultima GT 5556 says you can only do a screen of 100 inches. Pish posh! I did at 126, 140. You can actually do a little more than that. Let's see, resolution capability 720p, 1080p, 4K. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. All you guys that sat there and said, well, you can't do this product under 4K. You do know at the end of the day, we had a PX747 projector and we had a screen paint called Dedicated 4K. It was black. It was for that particular projector and it was displayed on YouTube multiple times, including with a customer by the name of King Black. Was King Black his name was? Who had the exact same PX747 projector, which he displayed on his channel. Stop embarrassing yourself. Just stop it. All right? And if you go say, oh, it's not going to work with the ultra short throw P2. Oh, how you're going to be so embarrassed. Here's my thing. Go to the supermarket, buy a lot of milk. Humble pie gets a habit of getting caught right there in your throat, okay? Because, man, it's going to be embarrassing. We do to that projector. I'm like, good, that thing can do that. Yeah, you didn't know. We're going to show you what you can do. Just like these old projectors we have in here. People don't know what they can do until we throw them against one of the screens. Let's see, 4K 3D ready resolution, capabilities, which has to be right there. Over 18 screens certifies. Yep, we got that one. We've done that one already. 21 gain, which is advanced ambient light. Basically, has explained exactly what it means when you give out a product. Advanced ambient light controlled environments not required. Can maintain an image in a fully lit environment without washing out. I think the outside demonstration showed it all. So when you say that, right, mind you, I said fully lit environment without washing out, right? Then the customer is going to look to the pictures to see whether or not if we're talking bull crap. And guess what he's going to find out? Boom! 150 inch screen outside. And you know what he's going to do next? He's going to try to track down the video that goes to these pictures. But they're already on the website when you first come in. See what I mean? You got to, everything has to link up. It has to link up. You got to get into the mind of the customer. This is how the customer's going to think when he goes into the page. Well, he says, what, 40, but he says 21. So that's crazy, man. He's lying. That's full cap. He can't back that up. Let me go see. Let me look through his pictures real quick because he's lying. This guy got to be lying. I know we'll get this all the time. He got to be lying. I love doubt. I love doubt. I do. I love doubt. Let me see. Let me look at those pictures real quick. Okay. Yeah. Nice pictures. Right pictures. Okay. He's showing it. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Versus black paint. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Wow. Got a screen sitting up there in the ceiling with the lights on. It can't be real. This can't be real. Let me see what you got going on. See that. Wow. Then the first thing they do is they go check through our videos and guess what pops up? Boom. That video right there. Now they can watch the video live as it happens. Sale. Ching ching. You got to be to back up your products. Can't be having these dark pictures saying your product works in some ambient light. You got no pictures of your product working in ambient light. Let's see, color heightened technology. Color heightened technology produces beautiful, rich colors without the need of calibrating your projector. We don't have one calibrated projector in this house. Not one. Never had one. Never did one. Never. White heightener technology. Our darkest and blackest screen paints can maintain outstanding white levels, which we did demonstrations versus white screens, white materials. We did white paper. Oh, we did that already on the Phantom, didn't we? We did white paper versus the gray paper, white paper versus gray screens, and we did the whole back and forth thing. We did that, yeah. Oh yeah, we got all that right there. I got to put this section in for dedicated theater rooms too, because it actually works fantastic for dedicated theater. We got to add that in. We're going to be updating all this information in here. So all that's put in there, bright, colorful images, beautiful picture quality, without becoming dark and muddy. There you go, right there. And then you have your surface information. What can be painted on, Ken? Let's see. Well, you can paint it on wood, glass, drywall, PVC, mesh, metal, material, mesh, sheet metal, or mesh, sheet metal, fiberglass, and when painting fabric, use 2 coats of primer or any kind of paint before adding our product. Which we tell you to do for the door. Perfect way to upgrade your existing fixed frame projection screens and motorized projection screens will not crack or peel. Is there proof that Mr. Bird's screens will not crack or peel when painted on a motorized projection screen? Yes, there is. We have demonstrations of his painted screens, rolling them up, rolling them down, rolling them up, rolling them down, rolling them up, rolling them down. Yeah, we've done that already. All right, we can back that up. Let's see. And keep in mind, for those who say, well, have you painted all those materials? Oh, heck yes, I have. I've even done a pillow case. I've done pillowcases, trash bags. I've done blankets, styrofoam, all the crazy stuff you can possibly think of. We painted and rolled over it, and at the end of the day, we paint over some people that didn't know you could paint over at the end of the day. Been there, done that. One of the things we do advise you is not to use on polyester tarps because the surface won't stick. It doesn't marry. It will lift up. I showed you in a demonstration of that happening. Or stucco. Don't paint over stucco, people. That's a bad idea. All right, painting and drying time right here. We got drying time information, painting information. Drying time, 30 minutes with a fan, depending on the size of your screen. 1 coat, roll on, spray on applications. Shelf life, 5 years if sealed properly. Got to make sure you put that if sealed properly, because you have people that will stick paint up there, won't seal the property, come back and blame you for it because they didn't seal it properly. So you have to make sure you protect yourself and put down sealed properly. There you go. Let's see. Can be sprayed on. Sprayed on. When using, also can be sprayed on when using a 9-inch roller. Or, let me see right there, 9 roller. Do not use with foam rollers. We show you right there, do not use with foam rollers. You know why? Because foam rollers will streak the living crap out of your screen. And you're going to mess your screen up? Yeah, go use a foam roller. That'll definitely do it. Let's see. Oh, eco-friendly, right there. 100% eco-friendly, low VOC, and 100% water-based. Now, how would Mr. Bird know his products are 100% water-based? Well, Mr. Bird has this thing called lung damage. You know, if I breathe in something incorrectly, it messes me up for an entire day. Might even send me to the hospital. So how would I know if these products are not water-based, even if the company's lying? Because my body will tell me if something isn't right at the end of the day. I've had products in here that actually said water-based, and at the end of the day, gave me some problems at the end of the day, so I wouldn't know. of anybody else. If I can work around a product and I can paint a 144-inch screen with a breathing disease, with the lung disease, and I can do that with no problem at the end of the day, with no on camera, that at the end of the day, it shows you that the product, yes, is not, it's going to be less harmful for you because it'll be more harmful for me at the end of the day because I have breathing issues. Yeah, there you go, there you go, there you go. And I research all my products. I research everything. Everything, every formula, every chemical, what I'm using it, how it reacts to light, how it reacts to sunlight. You'd be surprised. You could paint something on your wall and basically the temperature in your house could have a bad reaction. You do know that formulas basically have a habit of marrying each other constantly all the time. They do change by elements. Like, for instance, one time Mr. Bird was painting himself a silver, all silver computer case on his porch. And it was very, 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 very cold outside. So I figured I'm going to go inside, warm up a little bit, finish blasting the back of the case, and I'm done. But when I came outside, the silver had cracked up on the case. It had this weird, it was supposed to be smooth, but it had this weird crack formation all over the screen, all over the surface of the case. For some reason, the cold and between that product didn't marry well, and it caused a chemical reaction. And I liked it. I liked it so much because it really gave it a real kind of an icy look to it, having those crack marks so into it that I went in and bought myself a full-size freezer. And then when I would paint a case, I would stick it down there in the summertime. It's not going to be cold in the summertime. I would stick it down there to cause the chemical reaction to trigger off so the silver would crack up like that. When I came outside, I was like, what am I going to do with this? But it came out to be nice. All right, water base. All right, also too, you have to have front projection. Now, this is important if you're selling a product that basically, if you do demonstrations about front and rear, you have to make sure that they know it's for front projection only, because some people will take this paint thinking that it may be transparent, and they will paint this on a screen that basically is transparent, and they would jack the screen up at the end of the day. As a matter of fact, we have to put in something else in there too. Cleanups. Got to put on there mild or warm. Either you can use it with, I use it with warm water and mild soaps. That's all you need. Because I spill paint everywhere, literally everywhere. So you watch me on camera sitting there scrubbing up my floor from time to time. I'm, oh, well, I made a mistake here. It's paint all over the floor. But we get it nice and clean. There we go. See? All right. You want to make sure you clean it as it's wet. Don't clean it when it's dry. Don't do that. All right, and then you got your summary at the bottom, which explains your product and so forth and so forth. Can be used in fully lit environments without the cost of you can use cheap projectors and OLED like screen without the expensive of overpriced projectors and all that stuff. For those of you who have been buying our products with knockoff projectors, please stop doing this. So at the end of the day, look, we can't sell you the paint. I don't care how advanced you think your projector is. It could be the RX-7, the 93 Pluto. It could be the Saturn of GodStar. At the end of the day, we can't sell you jack at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to work. Why in the world I sell you a product at the end of the day? We have tons of demonstrations showing you not to do this to begin with. It's not going to work. I don't care if you go to the website, like, look, man, this thing has super 15,000 4K, and it's like 90,000 to one. No. It's not going to work at all, period. So this is what we have under every other on our website. When you come in there, every shopping cart has this. This right here. This policy right here. See that list at the bottom? That is a list of projectors we support. See all that right there? This is what we support. If it's not on this list, we don't support it. Now, if you happen to buy the paint, we had a few people buy the paint, and you happen to have a projector that works underneath of it, I don't know. I have to tell you, we don't know about that yet. It'd have to be more than one person. Say we got 20 people, 30, 50, 60 people. Say, hey, the same projector worked with no problem, and they can show the results. Then we'll place it on the website. But not by one person's at all at the end of the day. All right. And you're going to have that's the fake knockoff projector right there. You got to read through that one right there. We had that actually up there twice for you at the end of the day. We have the return policy, which we have on our website that says right here, returns are only eligible for equal exchange if proven to be the wrong color and wrong size. We are not responsible for acts of God. We are not responsible for holidays when your package is in transit, which means if a holiday pops up, we're not responsible for that at the end of the day. If the post office is not shipped out because of a holiday, how are we going to ship out because it's a holiday? We're not responsible for acts of God. So keep in mind, if a package, we're trying to get packages out the door, and boom, we get hit with a major snowstorm down, and everything goes into snail mode down here. There you go. It's right there. The policy right there showing we're not responsible for acts of God. It's right there. Other than that, we're responsible for everything else. Let's see. Okay, right here. And it says right here, put everything put there in bold writing for you to see. By making this transaction, you are fully aware of our company's policy. All that information is right there. Fake knockoff projectors. There's our policy right there. We can give you equal exchange right there. Buyer's remorse policy right there. All this is right here for you to read. Before you touch that shopping cart, it's all there in bold writing right there. All section off to itself for you. There it is. There is a specification sheet right here. All the information you need to know, what you can paint it to, what kind of paint sprayers, the whole 9 yards, how to store it. All of it's right there for you. What time of day can you use it at? What kind of lumen projectors? Keep out of reach of children. Tons of pictures right there, as you can see. Bam, 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 bam. The screen of difference, color selection right there. If you want it right there, it's all there. Everything's there. Yeah, something wasn't working on this page, because on this page we have a payment plan on here too. You know, we have a payment plan on here. A lot of people don't realize we have payment plan on PayPal. Yes, we do. So we can do it that way too. No problem. Yeah, so all that's on there for you guys. Let me see. Real quick. Now, homepage. I don't even know why he's supposed to have a separate page for contact and a separate page for payments. So this is our payment page right here. So to make sure, yeah, like that, the spinoff, yeah. I'm only messing with you. I like that too. Anyway, this is our payment page. So this is to make sure we don't get got at the end of the day. There is a certain payments that we do accept and payments that we don't accept at the end of the day. So we don't take Western Union, money orders, personal payroll checks, or any other kind of MoneyGrams. And these are the ones we do take. And then the day, he doesn't have this on this page. Okay, be careful about that. Be really careful about that. All right, let's go spin out of this one. Let's go into shipping and returns. Watch this when the shipping return slides up. I love that. It slides right on in there. There's our shipping and return policy. Boom. All that right there for you guys. Put that information. Got to be there. You know why he doesn't have this? Because he's too lazy to write it in. That's why it is. Web page is a lot of freaking work. It's a lot of information. Some people love it. I love giving out information. I'll write all day long. And I did a complete spelling check on all of this. Yes, went through this whole thing. And probably going to go through the day. After going through Crow's page, Crows makes you want to go through his page. Go to your page and make sure you have any spelling errors like that. But then the day, yeah, all that's in there, all the information. That's how much information is needed and required when you go through a shipping policy. Not this little bit of whatever at the end. Did I upgrade my whatchamacallit here? Wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, free shipping worldwide. We got it. I was wondering if I did upgrade that because we're going back to shipping worldwide again. All right, all that's in there. Let's see what do we got right here. He doesn't even have his story. He's supposed to have your story. This is our story right here, right there. Simple and plain to the point. There is special thanks to all the people, even down to my vice president, who doesn't work with us anymore. He hasn't worked for years, but he's still on the page. Hear the music, people? It's beautiful. Still, this is my old president right here, June Santana. It's my old president. TK Ha. These people, I haven't seen them in years, but they're still on the website because they were with me when I first started my company. And they will stay on there forever. And of course, at the top, what does it say, people? I give my special thanks to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Yes, that's been there for years. My site is dedicated to my Lord and Savior. Yes, Jesus Christ, for your endless knowledge and your magnificent vision for blessing me with the ability to do something great. Now look at my technology. They don't like that. Oh, the naysayers hate that. Oh, they hate it when I talk about God. They can't stand it. Makes them angry. Yeah, you know you're doing the devil's work at the end of the day. You know that, right? But I gave him thanks. I give him the glory for everything that I do. Do you see how amazing my technology is? It's absolutely incredible. And it's not even the end of it. If you even knew what went on in Mr. Bird's mind 24/7, you would see the things that I see every single day. And it is quite beautiful. But when the time comes, he says, are you ready for this? And I go, yes, I am. He goes, we're going to make this today. I even had Crow get mad at me one time and send me a message, oh, you think you're God. No, I serve God. Let's come on my page right here. Here's some more page right here. Now, the more page at the end shows you the whole page on fake projector info. There we go. And it has the blacklist attached to it. And we know we ended up on the blacklist. Yes, because he can't back his products at the end of the day. You're on the blacklist, buddy. So right here is the blacklist. We have knockoff projectors. These are projectors we don't support at all, period. Same thing we have under every shopping carts right here. These are our tests on knockoff projectors, explaining to people why you want to stay away from these projectors at the end of the day. There you go. And these are customers who bought the paint that we told them not to buy the paint because it wasn't going to work on the paint, but they bought it anyway. Because, you know, people figure they pay all this money into a projector. At the end of the day, it's going to do what it's supposed to do. And I'm telling you, as a person who developed the screen paint, it's not going to do that. This is what happens when you use our product on a knockoff projector. Now, even though they have the paint over there, they're out, they feel like they're out some money. No, we can develop something or design something that can work with their projector. Yes, we can. We can make those projectors look fantastic. Do I want to do it? No, I don't want to do it. I did it for these individuals because, again, at the end of the day, they bought the product and we made them something that would work better. So for anybody says, at the end of the day, when did you make those? Somebody just to make that mention to me. When did you make those projectors? I'm not wasting the time on that crap. There you go. This is what happens. That's how they come up when you use a knockoff projector. Now, in trade for the free paint that we sent over to them to fix their problem, and again, tell them don't buy the black product ever again because it will not work with your projector at all. You have to have a name brand projector. It won't work at all. In return, they gave us their pictures, and that's how we got them, showing their results. This is why we advise you when you have a knockoff projector, do not buy the screen paint. It will not work. And down here, as we have in the blacklist, as in scammer alert, this is Crow. Yes, Crow's down in this page too. You know why Crow's in this page? Because you see this video right here. This is the black and white video. This is the one you guys can't seem to find. I had the neighbor boys looking all over the place for the video. They couldn't find it. No, you're not going to find it. He deleted it. We have it. That's the video showing him making a black and white house product. Remember when I told you in the video where he sat there and said that the Frankenstein was his first mix? No, it wasn't. That was his first mix. Because the Frankenstein was, he charges for the Frankenstein. This product he was giving away for free. But the problem is, when you're giving away a product for free, it's not supposed to match a product that you're selling. And that becomes a problem. Now you see the ingredients he has up here? 2 tablespoons. Oh, sorry. 1 tablespoon of flat black. Well, no, 2 tablespoons of flat black right there. So what we asked him was, okay, can you take this tutorial video, which I'm going to ask you today also too, along with the Sherman-Williams, to take this video right here, showing you making this product in this video and put this against your own product. That's why we keep mentioning 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's what that means. That means take 1 quart of paint, put in 2 tablespoons, take 1 quart of paint, put in 3, and so forth. Make them all live on camera, which shouldn't be a problem because this is you in the video anyway, and show that it doesn't match. But he doesn't want to do it. So why don't you want to do it? What you're afraid of? You've been scamming your customers. So we made it in the video. This is the video you can't find. That's your house. That's a black and white product right there. You got a nerve to call people scammers at the end of the day? Are you kidding me? And you've been selling people black and white paint on camera, making your product seem that it's something that is more than it's not. And at the end of the day, it's just nothing more than black and white paint. That's all you got. You see that picture in the back right here? Look at this right here. Look at that picture. Take a look at that picture in the back. You see that picture in the back? That's the same picture he has in the demonstration up there in his living room. The exact same picture. Yeah, this is in Crow's house, making a black and white paint. That's what he sat there and said. The Frankenstein was his first mix. The Frankenstein wasn't his first mix. The Metallica was his first mix, but the Metallica was given away for free. How else would he have a video of him floating around making a product for free on camera? Have you ever seen Crow make any products for free on camera other than this one? Showing him making his products labeled, any of them? Oh, no, none? This is the only one? All right, there you go. Then that tells you, yeah, at the end of the day, this is a product that he made for free. And then he started charging people for the product. First it was $50, went to $75, and $75 went to $85, and it's at the price where it's at now. So that's why we asked him, that's where we keep asking him 2, 3, 4, and 5. Asking him to go out and get a quart of paint and take one and put 2 tablespoons, as in the video, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, and put that against his product and show it doesn't match. And I guarantee it'll match. It'll match. That's why he went to the demonstration. You hear that phone going off, that ding ding? That's Crow contacting me, cursing me out.
You can no longer, you can't claim it as a patent or a copyright, none of that, period. At all. At all, period. Don't you get up, what you're doing right now.
So Crow, before you go around calling people scammers and fake demonstrations, you explain to your customers how you charge them all this money for a black and white product. This is why it matches everything we put against down here. Any gray paint we choose, it matches. Your video. And mind you, when we did the demonstration, we put against the personal mix, a product that was completely different from what was in the video, and it blended perfectly, which shows at the end of the day that all the products that you're seeing from him are nothing but black and white paint. That's what it is. This is right here on the blacklist. You can check it out for yourself. This is why we keep requesting him to do this demonstration. This is his video, mind you, his own video that he's afraid to do the demonstration on. Not only that, we have another demonstration where we did $40 worth of paint. We made the Cinemax. No, we did the Cinemax. We made the Cinemax already, but we made the Personal. We made the Metallica mix, and we made the UV mix. We made the UV mix on a reversal, which means we took black paint instead of white paint and dropped in 6 tablespoons and got the UV mix. This is all your product is at the end of the day. It ain't too far from the digital one. The digital crystal screen paint was the same thing. White and black paint, that's what it was. And it was mixed with glitter, and it was mixed with Martha Stewart silver. This was 7 years ago. We don't make that stuff anymore because that stuff is old and outdated. But 7 years ago, this product was all the rage. Now, no. You got gunmetal technology now. Ambient light projection technology. I'll go right over here real quick. Because it's right on the page. You can go check it out for yourself. Right there, that's painting the screen in right there. I had to do a sample sheet for something else. Same thing. It's the same thing. Like, look, it ain't nothing special because I told you from the door that they use the white as a base. That's all it is. It's just a base. They use the black as a toner. The black is used to adjust how dark and how light you want the screen. So when he did that demonstration, when he popped open his containers, he was showing how his mixes. I was like, you're only off by a couple of shades of black. And that's all they were. Anybody can make that product. Anybody. And since he has no test results, what test results he has? He just takes the paint onto a surface, put it in a dark environment, and voila, he's done. Where are the test results? We can go out there and show the difference between our product and other black products and blow out certified projection screens, do it for the environments, drop our screens to 1,000. I do it in demonstrations all the time. I'll swap a projector right in the middle of a demonstration. Or we do 5,000, let's drop it down to 1,000, see what we get right on live. Let's do it, let's run it back on 1,000. They don't do that. They can't because they're on that comfortable projector right there. So right there in the center of the screen, see that right there? That's his product right there. I'm using a Christie projector. I think that's the one I got rid of. 1080p Christie projector. I gave it to a customer because they were doing it all in the house. And the projector they had was a knockoff. It wasn't going to work. And they were doing it for charity, so I just gave them the projector. I wasn't using it anyway, so came to a good charge. Went to a good good cause at the end of the day. So we matched this against the personal mix.
Yeah. You know, y'all figure it out from there. Only y'all can figure it out.
See right there? That's the personal mix right there. That's the one I got downstairs and that beat up sample sheet. Same one. Look at that. Match perfectly. Two different tones. There are two different tones.
There you go. There's your wake-up call.
Matched.
I paid $75 for that brand right there leaning against that screen. $75 and 23 cents, $23 for shipping and 10 cents altogether. As you see how many times we paid for it, about $104.
$104
You guys soak that in for a bit.
and $4 for house paint. Black and white paint. $104. Even worse, we matched it to the 773. No black paint wasn't that. That was just regular everyday paint. Nothing in it. No glitter, no silver, nothing. And it matched. It smeared across the sample sheet upstairs, downstairs.
That's dry. We're going to put it against the black screen.
That's why we tell him, look, do that 2, 3, 4, and 5. He won't do that. That's what that stands for. He knows what it means.
Exactly. That's what you pull.
And that's his own video demonstration. His own video.
Then he wanted $2,000 with my paint.
Pulls up the same freaking contrast levels.
And trying to
Pulls up the same freaking contrast levels, everything, just the same. So you guys sitting there bragging about, because I know that's not his customers coming to my channel ranting like that, because they know better than that. They're coming to ranting like that. At the end of the day, what are you going to get embarrassed at the end of the day? Really? At the end of the day. Because you know darn well you're not going to back up something at the end of the day that it's an embarrassment to back up. He can't even match it. He didn't even match it correctly to the tablecloth. And you still keep in mind, you got 3 more to go. You got that light version and you got that dark version that actually outperformed your screen. And keep in mind, when you do that demonstration, again, fully lit environment. No black environments, no red lights, none of that. Fully lit environment, throw a meter up there and max it out. Because that's what we did it at. We did it in a max out zone. That's what you're supposed to do it. Always cutting corners, man. Always cutting corners. Did he do the demonstration again? No. There it is. Look at that. Look. Look at your reality call right there. The naysayers. This is what you have on your wall. Try to find a deleted video so you can find it. Barry, I guarantee you won't find it. That is black and white paint that you paid all that money for to slap on your wall. Now, at the end of the day, what he should have did was he should have did the demonstration. Why is he fighting so hard not to do the demonstration? He's avoiding it at every chance he gets. Even with that Sherman Williams, he sat there and said, look, it's a difference. You had to be a finger distance from a screen to show the difference between your screen and another screen. And at that, still, you couldn't see the difference. If you stood back 13 feet in a black and dark environment, you wouldn't be seeing it. If anybody was smart enough, they'd have took that Sherman Williams, the bare silver screen. They had dropped 2 tablespoons of black paint. They'd have matched your product that fast, that quick. That fast and that quick, they'd have matched it. Because we did it here. And we didn't even use bare silver screen. I used old white paint in the basement and mixed it with some black paint and matched your product from using old white paint. Nothing designer, nothing name brand. And still matched your product perfectly with no problem. And you want to call people scammers at the end of the day. At the end of the day, if you want to tell people, hey, this product is nothing but black paint, I can come up there and I can show you over 19 demonstrations of my product versus black paint. How many can you show me of your product versus that video right there or any kind of great screen paint products? Any kind of great paint at the end of the day. You try to do a demonstration side by side with its own mixes, buddy boy, that don't even count at the end of the day. And even in that demonstration, it looked really bad against that P2. Look how perfect that blended in. Guess what? No shipping charge. Know why? Because you can go pick it up yourself. That's why he's on the blacklist. Because you're a scammer, Crow. At the end of the day, you steal from people. No demonstrations, no way to back up your products, nothing at all, period. And one of his demonstrations in the Metallica mix, he literally had the container sitting under a table. I said, oh, that's his product right there. Because anybody who makes black and white products like that know at the end of the day, you're always going to have a gallon of the base. The toner, you're only going to need a quart of. Why would you buy a gallon of a freaking black paint? You're not going to dump all that in there. You're going to need a couple of tablespoons from there. That's all you're going to need. Yeah, this product under the table, all bare, all from bare. Let's come out of this real quick. This right here is where we matched your product with Sherman Williams $23 paint at a gallon. SW773. You have yet to do this demonstration. The minute I picked up that
that's nothing in it. No black.
When I picked that container at the top, I was like, oh, this is not gonna be good. Anytime you hear me say that on camera, it's not gonna be good, it's not gonna be good. You match hobby paint. 97 cents hobby paint. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I matched this up to hobby paint. I got finger paint coming in tomorrow. Finger paint. Kids finger paint. I'm gonna match it to that too. Watch.
No glitter, nothing.
Now mind you,
that's not a good sign.
When I did that demonstration, people, to keep it fair, I bought black version too for myself to do that demonstration. I did mine first because mine came in earlier. Did the demonstration, didn't even match my product at the end of the day. All right, we're done past that. When the timeless gray came in, matched.
That's actually a perfect color right there.
Yeah,
Black paint, black drum, and
that network gray is if you're into gray screen paints, at the end of the day, you want to mix nothing, that stuff is perfect. And it makes an amazing primer. I use that for my gaming screen downstairs. As a matter of fact, I'm using that same paint for the screen I'm built back there for the P2, and I'm using that same paint to prime my screen downstairs for the 178-inch 235.1. That works better than primer, much better than primer.
Actually, we had the demonstration, no one else has it. And in that demonstration shows him making a product using black and white paint. That happened to match two of the products that we purchased.
Video we just saw.
It matched the personal, it matched the India Metallica mix, it matched. So, like I said, curious what would happen if sooner or later they're going to get to a point where
so it came up to a point where it started thinking like, look, this guy's scamming y'all like this badly. It's sad. Because even in the Bamboozle video, you could see where the products match with no problem. They match. That's all to it. He had to get that close to the screen to show you a little bit of a slight difference, but they match. So I'm figuring like, look, this guy's bold. So he's going to get to the point where he's going to start shipping you guys everyday gray paint with a little glitter in it. A lot of you not. That's Sherman Williams right there. He could ship that right to your front door with glitter paint. You wouldn't be to tell the difference between one or another. You wouldn't be to tell. Unless he's going to come out on camera and go, look, this is a Sherman Williams. This is my product. I'm going to show you a massive difference between night and day. You're never going to see that. It's going to match. So at the end of the day, you could be getting Sherman Williams. He could be taking this video right here and buying the same thing. I mean, look, he's making a massive overhead. If he buys the glitter, and he got to put a little bit of glitter, not a lot, and he get a gallon of that for like $17 super paint, put that in there, drop a little glitter in there, you wouldn't even know. He wouldn't even have to buy any black paint at the end of the day. None. But y'all can't tell because there's no video showing the comparison side by side. Oh, that's when we had the elite screen. We got rid of that. I popped that top. I was like, oh, shoot. Because remember, when I asked for the paint, the guy didn't know what I was buying. The guy was like, because I wasn't matching up. I was just trying to see if we can come close to it. That was the whole goal, how close we could come. And he said, what about network gray? And I was like, we'll take it. Hear me? You hear me say that in the video. If you hear me say that in the video, if I pop a can of paint to put against Partey or Crow's paint, and you hear me go, oh man, this is not going to go well. Keep in mind, gentlemen, at the end of the day, I was making your product before you existed. So understand that, all right? My history. Go back to my history on the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint and see my history. I was making that product before you two ever existed. You understand? So I know everything there is about a gray screen paint product. I've made it in so many different directions. It's not even funny at the end of the day. So if I pop one of those cans and I look at it and go, oh, it's just not going to be good, it's not going to be good. It ain't like I had Crowboy coming and come out, all you know is black paints. Man, I pulled up my old videos. He was like, yeah, you didn't know, did you? Got beta testers the whole 9 yards underneath of me.
Well,
I was making your product.
That right there. That's not good.
That's not good.
Looking at that, that is not good at all.
That's actually a perfect
That's
gray.
No black, no glitter, nothing. That is not a good sign. That's actually a perfect color right there. All right. Who's going to have to outperform this from night and day? It's not going to go well at all.
Yeah, well. If I was faced with that, if I was still making digital crystal screen paint and I popped the can and looked like that, oh, I quit. I'm fine. I got 2 degrees. I got one in IT Tech and I got another one in culinary arts. That's where I'm going. Ain't no way in the world I could compete with that. Are you kidding me? That thing is perfect. That color is perfect. Look how it rolls on, and it goes on smooth at that. The coverage is good. And that's the cheapest paint that they make. It's a super paint. You know, my videos actually relax me. I watch my paint videos relax me. So if you see some videos popping on me painting in slow motion, whispering, I'm only joking. It did cover very nicely. That's what we use for primer. Yes, see, we use it for primer. See, at the end of the day, Jamie, you gotta understand. I don't take pictures of you, do that dumb nonsense, send threatening emails. I don't do any of that stuff. You know what I do? I come on here and I crush your stuff. That's what I do. If I want to embarrass you, I'll place an order and have you give me back my money. That's what I'll do. Because you're a fake at the end of the day. You can't back your products up in any way whatsoever. And when you send me emails like that, that stuff doesn't bother me. It doesn't make me upset. It just shows at the end of the day that I can ruffle your feathers. Got it, Crow? Feathers, ruffle. Yeah. That's what it shows at the end of the day. His feathers are easy to be ruffled because he can't back his products up. So now you got another test you got to deal with today. What's the difference between your product and Network Gray 77? And also 2, remember, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now when you hear me say that, you know what that means. That's a demonstration he did when he made that paint, and he doesn't want to put it against his own product to show that at the end of the day that his customers can make his product out of black and white paint.
Crazy smooth. That was so nice.
Yeah, I like to put that paint was smooth. Putting on was smooth. Anytime I would buy that $50, it's just I'm gonna get that one coat. Cause man, it was kind of thin, and at the end of the day, I'd have did multiple coats to try to basically paint that on a wall. Try to cover this up with that stuff? No, you'd have to need maybe one with a very good primer, 1 coat application to do that. That's gonna cost you about $50. But it's worth it in the end when you think about it. That's not gonna go well for you. That paint came up gorgeous. That screen paint does 3 of his products in one hit. I guarantee I can get all your products on there.
This is something you don't have to do. This is why you have demonstrations of us showing off our screens versus black paint and black.
Yep, versus black paint. We do all that from the door. Ensure customers that they're not getting. Look at that. That's my gamer behind it. You see how my gamer's picking up that solid blue? Look, washed out. You're going to do the same thing. Now, while the screen is drying, I'm throwing it against my own screen for fun. But this is what you struggle through.
I'm using gray paint. They can't tell the difference. Put it in a container, send it down to you. How can you tell?
We even offered to ship it to his house. We offered to ship. We had a container of the 773 in a container. We was just waiting for his permission. Never called me. Never sent me any messages. Nothing at all. Not a thing. Didn't acknowledge nothing. I was going to ship it to your front door with your permission. You didn't have to buy it. He didn't want to do that either. Let's see what your product.
You had to calm things down a little bit.
There's the paint right there. That's your products, Crow, right there. Look at that. That's your Cinemax. So we had the Cinemax down here, and it's going to be so much more embarrassing, man. I'm telling you right now. When we place the order for it, we're going to say when, because you got to be careful, because he's going to be looking. This is a shame how we got to do it this way, because he's afraid. But when we get the Cinemax down here, we're going to do this on that P2, your own projector. This is going to be bad, man. I'll tell you, this is going to be bad. It's going to be really bad for you. Sherman Williams is one of the products we're going to be testing against. If your screen paint matches that Sherman Williams and that Cinemax on a P2 projector, that is going to be really bad. Look at that. This is why we have it on here. This is why you're on the blacklist. The blacklist warns people to be careful of scammers. Now, at the end of the video, you know what I say? I said, if you feel in any way that I have lied in this video demonstration, feel free to do the demonstration yourself and back it up. We checked his account. No demonstrations, nothing, not one thing. Nothing. There's him talking about his paint, his projector, and doing some reviews. That's it. So at the end of the day, what are your customers getting? Are your customers really getting house paint? Or are they getting screen paint at the end of the day? What are they getting? You're a scammer. Can't back your products up. That's messed up. Yeah, that's right. That is messed up. That is messed up. $23 a gallon. That's what it cost me for that paint. $23. Oh, it's messed up. You know how much money is on the screen right now? Look, 85. This is 75. That's 75. We brought that back. That's 75. We didn't pay for one of these because it was given to that. But 85. And that's $23 a gallon. And your product matched it. Look at it with the projector off. So right from the door, when everything is set up, and we get it all done in the back, because I want the back and everything to be done before we bring that projector through. We're gonna, once your product hits here and we open it up, we're gonna open up. We're gonna go down to Sherman Williams. We're gonna get ourselves a gallon, because I need a gallon anyway, because I got to prime 2 screens in the back for it. And we're gonna take that Sherman Williams, we're gonna unbox it, we're gonna paint that screen, paint yours on the other hat, and hit it with that P2 projector. Oh man, you better pray it don't match. But it's gonna match. I'm gonna tell you right from the door, it's gonna match perfectly. Not only gonna match it to the Sherman Williams, but we got 4 other paints we're gonna buy. On top of that, they're gonna show every last one of them matching to your products. Because you're a scammer, dude, at the end of the day. You can't back your work. Now, mind you, while you're doing all that, I got to do some more demonstrations on Facebook of our products next to black paint, black fabric. I ain't going to buy stuff at the end of the day to put against my stuff to challenge it. But you, on the other hand, are afraid to do that one demonstration. This is what you got to be careful about at the end of the day. Can you imagine if you saw this video and you were painting in the screen the whole time? Like, what the freak? Yeah, you have house paint on your wall. That's what you have. You just pretty much put house paint on your wall that's previously painted with house paint. How messed up is that at the end of the day? You primed your wall. That's pretty much what you did. You primed it. What are you going to put on it next? I mean, if you put a nice blue or green over top of it, or maybe you're going to paint it back the way it is, just go to Home Depot and get a color, whatever. That's what you're going to have to do at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I told you people the story behind gray screen paint products. Whether you want to believe it or not, it is what it is. Your product is outdated. It's a dinosaur, Neanderthal. It's past its time. That's it. It's not over the graveyard. It's in the graveyard. Because you don't understand the idea of where your screen paint lays at the end of the day. 7 years ago, this product would have been extremely popular. He had to do much. At the end of the day, he would have made a lot of money. Might even got a contract. Who knows? But when the gunmetals, when the gunmetals started popping up, this screen no longer was considered to be valuable. Because the only screens you had before the gunmetal was white screen. Maybe you see a few silvers here and there, but they were very light screens. They were used for 3D applications because 3D was good, big around the time, BenQ 3D projectors, all that stuff like that. But anyway, you see some silvers, some light silvers, but majority of them were basically the gray screens. Now, any gray screens that were darker than this were considered to be black screens. Call that a mid-gray. They were considered to be black screens at that particular time because there was nothing darker. How can you compare it to anything else? Gunmetal didn't exist. Black screens didn't exist. We were still making gray screen paint. So where would it become? Where would anything be darker at? That would be considered to be a black screen. Now, sooner or later, the gunmetal popped up. You had Black Diamond that popped up with this dark screen. And I'll never forget the demonstration. He pulled out this white screen and he showed this demonstration of the ocean that was completely washed out. And everywhere he moved that sample sheet, the ocean popped up all around the screen. Amazing demonstration. Quite impressive, I can say myself. So now you have technology that starts popping up, this gunmetal technology, and now these screens are getting darker, which now this screen right here that used to be the powerhouse over a white screen, because over a white screen, you can get better contrast, a little better color. It's a little bit better than the white screen, even though your white levels would drop. But still, if you made the screen a little bit lighter, you can still maintain the white levels and keep your contrast and color to a certain degree. And since there was nothing darker to match it with, that became the dominant screen. Now, when the gunmetal popped up, now this is not considered to be the dominant screen, because now you got a screen that has a reflective surface, which I showed you downstairs, that can produce the white levels, can produce the color and all that other good stuff, but can maintain a massive contrast level because the screen is gunmetal. There you go. Oh, I see the on and off. We don't go by the whole light system, just to let you know, okay? All right, good on that one. Anyway, so now you have this gunmetal technology. So where does this screen fall in that? It doesn't produce contrast equal to a gunmetal because it's too light. And if they make it too dark, then you know what happens, because we showed you what happened with the UV mix and daylight's technology, right? That doesn't work too well. If you make it darker, the paint gets dirtier, the colors get dirtier. You pick up contrast levels, but everything else suffers. And you got a screen that's gunmetal that can pick up a reflective surface just equal to a gray screen or almost near to a white screen. So obsolete. And then you have black technology that pops up. Now, black technology can produce white levels and color, and they can blend into gunmetal screens, but gunmetal screens can't produce the color and the black level of a black screen. Sooner or later, they'll become obsolete. See, that's how it works. Technology, your two choices. You roll with it or you get crushed by it. That's how it works. Crow is still stuck in the past. His products, no can they do. They have no special abilities. Now, keep in mind, before gunmetal came on the scene, the gray screen could say, well, look, I can produce better color and I can produce better contrast and my white levels are fair next to a white screen. So I'm better than a white screen. But now you got gunmetal technology. So gunmetal can produce better dark contrast levels and it can produce better color. And since they have that reflective surface, they can pull an amazing white level equal to that gray screen over there with no problem. So what does it have next? Can't produce contrast. It can't produce the white level next to a gunmetal, and it can't produce the color. Next to a white screen, it does produce better color and contrast, but the white screen is the dominant screen when it comes to producing white levels because it's white. So what you have here is an update version of a white screen. That's what you have on your wall, an updated version. Now, let's talk about the dark black technology. That technology right there has the ability to pull and maintain amazing white levels, as you saw with the demonstration with the white sheets of paper versus the phantom technology, because it has 100% heightener embedded into it. With that technology right there, it maintains contrast levels, which the gunmetal can't do. It produces amazing color because the screen's darker, which the gunmetal cannot do. It produces the same white level as a gunmetal and can blend into it, which the gunmetal, that's a strong. There you go. Where does the gray screen fall in that? It just completely crushes the gray screen altogether. It can't pull. It's white levels because it can blend into its white levels. It can basically outperform it when it comes to color, and it can basically blow it out of the water when it comes to contrast. And the black screen is ambient light rejection technology where the gray screen isn't. So it fades out when you get the lights on. White screen, can't hold the candles, will blow that out too out of the water. Certifieds, level that with no problem. Certifieds can't touch it. Screen pulls a 100% black level. The darker the screen becomes, the more dangerous it becomes, because that means it can pull an extremely heavy contrast level where the gunmetal couldn't even pick up to it. Now you see the idea of the Black Widow, how powerful they are at the end of the day. I understand you, at the end of the day, you people understand, but your screen is obsolete at the end of the day. Oh, and I forgot the most important thing about Black Widow. Black Widow costs $556, can paint a screen size up to 160 inches, can work with ultra short through projectors, can be displayed outside, and they take on a ton of ambient light with no problem whatsoever. Where the gunmetal screen would cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. Some of them are not ultra short through compatible, and you can't take them outside. The only screens you can take outside are either white or silver, and they're called Yard Masters. On top of that, the price of gunmetal, which makes them dangerous, well, actually the black screen that makes them dangerous to the gunmetal, is also too capital. Capital is everything in business. Capital can make your company grow, and it can also make your business disappear at the end of the day. They cannot come down to the level of our technology at the end of the day. Why? Because one of their screens costs $5,000 to paint, actually to have, not paint, to have a 100-inch. Our technology, on the other hand, gives our customers the option to turn anything they want, just about anything they want, into a OLED black screen. But think about this, at only $556. Do you have an idea what happened to a company if they were running their company on screens at $5,000, $10,000, and $20,000, and they tried to bring it down to a level of $556? The very capital would implode. It destroyed their entire infrastructure, stocks, and all that stuff would crumble with no problem. They have to maintain a certain level of income in order to keep their company afloat. They wouldn't be able to survive if they dropped down to our level. And we know that at the end of the day. So I can outperform your screen with no problem whatsoever. I can basically do it in fully lit environments with ultra short throw projectors. I can take it outside. You can't do any of that. And I can maintain my screens at a certain price where I make enough money. My customers come up with a nice fan piece of technology. And at the end of the day, you couldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole. See? That's why you would never see my technology going for 3 and 4 and 10,000. No, that would never happen in a million years. But that would make me just like them, and that's what I don't want to be at the end of the day. So as for you guys with this stuff over here, at the end of the day, you don't fit in anywhere. You are absolutely obsolete. All you are is just an upgrade version to a white screen. That's what you are. An upgrade version to a white screen. That's it. Where would you be able to match us at in any way? You can't even match the certifieds. We take on certifieds every day with no problem. So how are you matching us? You can't even go outside with this stuff at the end of the day. But 7 years ago, oh, this would have been a hot commodity. Yes, it would. It would have made a lot of money. A lot of money. He'd have made a killing. It's better than a white screen. That's how I got into this business to begin with. Again, building the whole giant gaming computer and having the 2 massive monitors and going to my friend's house and watching them playing Gears of War on a $3,000 Grey Wolf and thinking I want the same thing too, and sold my 2 TVs and ended up hitting it with the white wall with the BenQ MS400 and saying, oh, this is crap. I can't deal with this. I'm looking at this white shiny wall coming at me. And then changing my product over to a gray paint, which actually worked better because it produced better contrast, better color, and then it's blinding white light piercing me in the face. So it was better. Well, let's see. Let's go out here real quick. Man, but y'all don't even know your history on your products at the end of the day. See right here in this video? And these videos right here is where we made Crows products. This is the paint right here. As you can see, guess what these are? This is another section to the scammer page for Crow. This right here is where we made his products out of black and white paint. Right there. Every last one, about every last one of them. We made this product out of black and white paint. So for those of you saying, well, at the end of the day, I saw the demonstration with the black and white paint. I'm not convinced. Yeah, that would be y'all. What about the Sherman? I'm not convinced, the Sherman-Williams. Maybe I need a little bit more info. There you go. We made the product live on camera. We made the UV mix, we made the personal mix, and we made the Metallica mix. All for $40. And how much did y'all pay for y'all stuff at the end of the day? So that's why his customers don't support him, because at the end of the day, it's embarrassment to say you have one of his screens. Oh, you got black and white paint. Oh, okay. And yeah, you still are labeled under the tablecloth. You still are. Sorry. What the only way you can match your tablecloth is to show that it's not, that you have to be in a completely dark environment. That's kind of embarrassing. That's still embarrassing at the end of the day. No, you have to do that in a fully lit and get rid of those red lights. Let's go all the way back to the beginning right here in the kitchen. This is what I'm showing off, the preview. Look at that. That right there, that's his product right here in the middle of the screen right here. That's his product right here. That's his product right here. Made all three of them. Made all three of them on camera. This is why we ask them, we give the measurement 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's why, that's what that stands for. So this is the product y'all pay $80 for, right? We made it for free over here. Let's go back to the kitchen. In the kitchen, showing you what went on in the kitchen. Here we go. Got his products laying next to each one. Look, UV mix right there. Got them all matched up. Made them right there in the kitchen. $40. We used to make them paints. You want to know? We used a tutorial video. That's all we used. That's all black and white paint. There is no glitter in that. There is no silver in that. That's black and white. We used his tutorial video to make those paints. We even made a couple extra ones on the side just for fun. Personal mix, 4 tablespoons of black paint. Metallica mix, we made it 2 ways. We made it from 2, we made it from 4, we put 10 in it one time. This is exactly what we can get away with. When we did it with 10, we got at least 100% of the Metallica mix, and we got about 80% of the personal mix. We were to get 2 of them out of 1. There's the screens right there. And you want to call people scammers at the end of the day? Really? Yeah, we did it on white levels too. We did it on everything. White levels, color, contrast, the whole 9 yards. That way he can't get on camera and go, oh no, that's not my product because it doesn't match my white levels. No, it matched your white levels. All of them. It matched color. It matched contrast. Everything. It matched perfectly. Now, what happened, man? Now you can go right to the website and look it up. Go to the edge of the page. You'll see something that says more. Click on that, and you'll see where it says fake projectors. Boom, it'll bring you to the blacklist, and you'll see it right from there. We even got it on the digital on the website, right out on the front page, so you can see it. Matching his product on house paint. So if it's not his product, like I said, at the end of every video, we say the same thing. If this is not your product, and we did you wrong in any way, feel free to do the video again and show me that we're wrong. Look, even did color patterns. Oh, the screen you see behind it, that's our technology. That's our technology right there. That's not his. I'm sorry, it's ours. Only ours can see color. Good luck with that black and white paint, people. Man, I'm telling you, I told you, man, this is going to be bad for you. Mind you, we had the product down here. We call ourselves being nice. This is my screen standalone by itself, just having some fun. But we told you from the door, man, I'm going to be nice here. I'm going to take your product. We removed it from the house. When we bring your paint down here again, if it does the exact same thing again as it did the first one, man, that's going to be bad for you, man. What's your excuse going to be for that one? Oh, we got the wrong projector. Our projector don't work because it's supposed to be calibrated. Oh, man, I can hear the excuses right now. He's going to go cold stone Karen. If you want, I'll send you up a pillow if you want. You can punch it, scream at it, bite it. I don't know what you would do at the end of the day. Your product is nothing but house paint. That's all it is. It's a joke. It's nothing but house paint. Nothing more, nothing less. You have house paint. That's it. We wanted, and we broke down one of the demos. We broke his paint down right down on camera. We said, look, we first had the personal mix. We said it could be 2, it could be 3, and it could be 4. So we had 3 mixes up there. This is where we broke it down on camera. And sure enough, the 4 was the magic number. Sitting there stealing from people all day on some house paint. Had a nerve. You seen the Bamboozle video and freaking he gets all excited to him. Yeah, this mix. That stuff is trash, man. It's house paint. Nothing but house paint. That's all it is. Even your white levels don't even show up on your UV mix. We made your UV mix. We made about what? A gallon of your UV mix? That's your UV mix laying next to the paint. So this right here is this UV mix right here, right? That's it right here. This is the paint we made. We were able to match your paint that fast, that quick. That is a reversal. So the reversal was actually black paint with 6 tablespoons of white paint makes a UV mix. And to show you how well it matches, your screen did the same thing our product did. Look at that. Yeah, all y'all did was, when y'all painted your wall, y'all put house paint on top of your house paint. That's what you did. Pretty much you just primed your screen. That's all you did. You primed it. So what you gonna put in your primed screen? You can't put our stuff on there. We don't sell to y'all at the end of the day. I told y'all, if you basically come on my contact me and say, hey, look, you know, I used to be a crook. Yeah, you better off not saying anything at all. Just buy it. Because if we find that you are, we're gonna reject your order. Reason why we reject your order, because at the end of the day, we don't take his customers. We're not that type of people at the end of the day. I'm not in here to take your customers. I don't want your customers at the end of the day. We don't want them. If they've been buying from you and they want something better, they want to come to us, they got to continue to buy from you. They don't buy from us. We don't want your customers at the end of the day. I don't want you to ever get in your head that you think that we want your customers. We don't want them. And I know they're staring at that black technology. I see them when they come in the room staring at that black technology, slobbering, looking at it, wanting it. Can't have it. You got your own products. You got Crow right here. See all these paints right here? We made all these paints out of your black and white video. That's why the video is deleted. The video is deleted because you can do the same thing. You, the customer, can do the same thing. Make his product. But I guarantee you, bar none, you ain't making my product with no black paint. And by the way, this will be the 6th time I'm asking you right now. I'm asking you, as you said you made my product, right? That's what you said, right? You can ship it to my front door, or if you want, you can post that ingredients. I want to make it on my screen. I need something to do. So, yeah, tell me. Fake. I'll show you how to make your product in a half an hour. As a matter of fact, we reversed engineered your freaking, but I didn't post the ingredients because I thought that was going a little too far with that one. We made something called a Silver Max, made it better than your product. So that's the other video right there. So right there, you got it right there. Live demonstrations, both of them showing us making a product out of $40 worth of paint. Demonstration his matching his product versus everyday house paint. And then the actual video of Crow basically making a black and white mixture that we used in all the videos. Yeah, that's how we used in all the videos. The one down below, all of them were used with this video right here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's what y'all been buying at the end of the day. House paint. Nothing but house paint. Look, he even got the ingredients right there for you. Look, right there. There you go. Got it right there for you. Oh, it's windy today, man. Man, it's windy today. Good thing I got that done yesterday. Yeah. Let's look at the fake page here from Crow. So, you mean, you're already getting scammed already. You already got on this page, but if he drops it at your doorstep, I might as well put it in there at the end of the day, because in the day, if he basically has that policy, how are you basically going to argue great paint at the end of the day by saying that it's not great paint? How would you even know? So say he ships over some great paint to you, and you see this demonstration, you go, I wonder if this is freaking house painting today. Now say you were able to go down to Sherman Williams and say you match the product, right? How are you going to argue that? How would you even argue that with whatchamacallit? Well, it's not real because it's house paint. And he could say, well, yeah, it is house paint. That's what it's made of. That's what it's supposed to be. You're not winning that case. You got no way to win that. We won our case because at the end of the day, he shipped us black paint. Like right now, if a customer files complaints and says, hey, it's black paint, guess what? Ship it over to us. Ship that product back over to us and let's see. Because our product doesn't match black paint at the end of the day or anything else that's black. Y'all can't tell. Can you tell? No, you can't. All right. This page gave me a freaking headache, man. I swear it gave me a freaking headache. Reading through the freaking mumbo jumbo of whatever mumbo jumbo on there, it gave me a freaking headache. Oh, man. Learn to spell, for goodness sakes, man. You want to talk about trash about people when you can't even spell at the end of the day. Can't spell, can't write. I'm pretty sure you can read. You have to know how to read the drive. But then you got to spell the drive, too. I think there's a spelling exam on that thing somewhere. Yeah, really. And then you chose to put your picture from Frankenstein. Do you even know what Frankenstein is? You read the book on Frankenstein. Frankenstein is not an intelligent creature at the end of the day. He's actually considered to have a mind of a child. He's an idiot at the end of the day. That's what Frankenstein means. He's afraid of fire. That's what Frankenstein is. I mean, the only thing about it is fascinating about Frankenstein. This man went to a graveyard, took a bunch of body parts, stuck it together, hit it with a bunch of bolts of electricity, and jolted this thing into life. But at the end of the day, Frankenstein was not an intellectual human being that you could carry a conversation with at the end of the day. All he knew was fire. That's it. He was considered to be an idiot at the end of the day. Again, afraid of fire. Not very smart at all. But I guess that would explain all this down here. So I guess Frankenstein it should be. Now that was a low blow towards you, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. We've been telling you about these spelling errors for a long time. You should really need to get this cleaned up. Okay, man, I tell you, let's go look at the home page. I swear I have no strength this day, I swear. They don't even drink it this day. I'll drive you to drink after watching this webpage. You literally wind up drinking watching this page in the day. You know, my people go, no, I'm gonna leave that alone. The forum site goes to the page all the time. You got to get this cleaned up, man. Make it look professional or something. Now, you see the platform he has here? See how it's simple and plain? See how in this category he just has home and shop? That's it. This is how the page comes to you when you first apply for a page through Wix. Yeah, there you go. Boom. That's exactly how it comes to you. He was too lazy to go in and change the intro page that comes with the page. This is how they come. So when you choose a page, whether it be hairdressing or whatever it may be at the end of the day, this is the basic they give you at the end of the page. He didn't even change any of this. This is all comes with the page. This is standard with the page. Look, dude, just deal with it, okay? Your page is fake, okay? You're fake and your page is fake and you can't back your product up. Look at it. This is standard. This is a standard page. He just went in and changed a few things. Didn't do anything. So this is his page when you first come to it. Why do you have about my company here? This is supposed to be in a whole section category by itself. This is not supposed to be in the intro section at all, period. Good gracious, man. I seen Wish. I'm going to Wish list. I'm going to the Wish. I've never went shopping at Wish. I had a few people tell me about Wish, but I'm going to do some shopping at Wish. I'm going to buy something over there. So this is your front page. This is what you have right here. In the dark, as usual. Intro, Crow screen paint mixes. Our inventory. That's not supposed to be there. This comes with the page. This is automatically comes with the page. I'm not reading through this. It's literally like walking through a minefield with magnetic boots. Like pretty much you're kind of asking for it. Okay. Pretty much you mixed up everything, or you didn't do anything work on this whatsoever. Broken sentences and runoffs and everything. Let's see. Hi, this is the type. Again, capitals, man. Always throwing capitals in the middle of the set. The type of projection screen coding, capitals, mix that will help you with your home capital in there somewhere, capital right there. Theater screened without spending hundreds and getting the best quality picture. Kind of doubt that one right there, but let's go on. You already matched house paint at the end of the day, but let's move on. Best quality picture from your projector. I have different mixes. Good gracious, then it breaks off to something completely different. It's a runoff. So let's see. Best quality picture from your projector. I have different mixes for different projectors and environments. I doubt you have different projectors because in your demonstrations, you just show the same projector over and over again, again. So that's bullcrap. Let's see. You see from different environments. What different environments are you using? The same room every single time. What are you talking about? For different projectors and environments. Lie. 1 quart, and you spelled quart incorrectly. What the freak? Yeah, quart is not spelled QRT. Covers up to 120-inch screen. But wait a minute, it just said there a few minutes ago you have cover up to 135. You just said your screen covered up to 135, 100 to 135. But you're saying over here 1 quart covers up. And here you're saying 2 quart covers up to 150 to 200 inches. But over there it said 2 quarts covered up to 300 inches. And you're not covering up 200 inches with 2 quarts. Come on, man. That's a bunch of bullcrap right there. And you spelled quarts incorrect. Oh, man. 2 quarts are going to cover up to a 200-inch screen. The screen I have outside is 200 inches. That I have from one end to the next. The big boys. They were 200, they were 150 each. But by length, if you were to measure them diagonally across, it came up to around 200 inches with the top painted. So 298, about 298. No way in the world you're doing that from 2 quarts. That's not going to happen, man. That's a lie. Hydrant mix, 50 lumens and up for dedicated theater rooms. Bullcrap. You don't want to use in a dedicated room. I showed you what happened to that nonsense. UV mix, 2500 lumens and up for lights. I say we've seen the UV mix. We have UV mix over here. That stuff doesn't pick up for jack. And up more for light, darker, black levels. What about the white levels on that stuff? Let's see. Personal mix, 1500 lumens and up for light controlled environments. We have personal mix over here. And that stuff is crap. We actually matched that to house paint at the end of the day. Got it right downstairs, right on the screen. So that's garbage. I'm sorry, people, but we have it over here. It matched the paint with no problem. It's all the demonstration. And it does not work well in well-lit environments because it washed out up here in the multi-room when we were doing a demonstration against the black screen versus the dark blue. On top of that, the dark blue was able to wash out your screen on all 3 projectors. So that's bull crap. Let's see, light controlled. Let's see, yeah, in my light controlled. UV mix, dark environments right here. Let's see, Frankenstein mix, 3000 lumens and up for venues, stores, churches. But you said 35. You're not even matching what you have here in your prescription for your product. But high lumen projectors. Let's see, 300. These are 35 and up venue projectors. High lumen projectors. Mix at 2500 lumens and up. How is 2500 lumens a high lumen projector? Are you smoking something at the end of the day? Frankenstein, 3000 lumens. 3000 lumens is not considered to be high at all, period. That's low. Consider what you have now on the market. And up for venue projectors. You're not going to find a venue projector or venues in stores. Usually in a store, they're not going to use the 3000 projector. They're going to be using probably like between 5 and 6. Let's see, for high lumen projectors, mix at 2500 lumens and up. More well-balanced picture quality from short throw to ultra short throw laser projectors. Why do you keep sticking caps here? There's not supposed to be a cap here. Are not. Look at this, people. Are not ambient light projection. What the freak do you people have on your walls at the end of the day? It's not ambient light projection. So let me get this straight. All the technology you see up on the market, so we're trying to say that, okay, our product is not ambient light projection, But we can pull up in a fully lit environment. I doubt that. Yeah, I've seen by your demonstrations, you don't pull up in fully lit environments. You have pocket of dark corners all in your area, so you're not pulling up in a fully lit environment at all. Period. My bathroom has more light than your freaking living room right now. Literally, you don't do fully lit environments at all. But yeah, he says it's not ambient light projection. That way, if the customer tried to do a demonstration like we're having over here in a fully lit environment, and the screen washes out, or it becomes discoloration, or has some kind of a tannish look to the screen, he can say, hey, I never said it was ambient light projection, even though I do try to show it in an ambient light projection environment. Yeah, my goodness, man. Okay, let me see. Let's see, ambient light projection. Check out our YouTube channel, Crow on YouTube, so and so and so. Let's see what's going on here. Unbelievable. Full of lies. Full of lies. Your stuff here doesn't sync with what you have on your product description page at all, period. Doesn't even sync. And then the fact he's sitting there saying, oh, but it's not ambient light projection, but you try to, well, if you're not ambient light projection, why are you trying to go against my technology? Because my technology is ambient light projection. So you're trying to say at the end of the day that you don't require it? Oh, you do need it badly, like really badly. Keep in mind, your screens wash out constantly all the time on camera. And then on top of that, consider the fact you're constantly in dark environments. Always in dark environments. Why are your environments so dark if your stuff, look at this. What is going on your page? Your page is glitchy as I don't know what. Yeah, you're in dark environments, man, at the end of the day, man. Your product, at the end of the day, everything, all technology today on the projection screens is all AR technology, ambient light projection technology. It is a new technology on the market. That's what everybody wants. When I get calls like, yeah, is this ambient light rejection technology? I'm like, yeah, it's ambient light rejection technology. No problem, so and so and so. Because we can back it up. Can you show us that? How well does your screens work in a fully lit environment? We got demonstrations outside. We don't even have to show demonstrations inside because our screens pull up outside. You're not going to get any more ambient light than outside. So if you can show a screen fired up outside with no problem, then guess what? At the end of the day, that's an automatic sale because I can show a screen at 150 inches, which is going to be way bigger than what the customer is going to be using this demonstration, showing a crystal clear image outside on a 720p projector. That costs $270. There you go. But in this right here, automatically, how can you say your product works in every kind of well-lit environment, or every kind of projector, because you don't even own 10 projectors. So you can't really say that at the end of the day. How many projectors have you tested your product on? So for the same projector over and over and over again, look, dark environment, all dark environments. And when they do the demonstration with the contrast on well-lit environments, they will make sure that the pictures are bright. Remember, bright image, contrast image in the dark. Anything that has anything to do with contrast levels, it'll be in the dark. That's it. That's your page. That is your intro page. So you're trying to say yourself, oh my goodness. Stuff doesn't match the product that you have on your freaking page. Oh my goodness, poor videos, very, very poor videos. And every last one of those videos are tucked inside in the dark. The only demonstration when they display them in fully lit environments is a screen that they would show off basically with a lot of colors. I told you the two problems with these gray screen paint mixes. Number one, you can't show up contrast levels. If you could, you would have them on display. But you don't. Oh, man. Ugh. You know why I'm used to all this talking? Because when I'm in the forum sites, this is what we talk about. And not just his products, everybody. Diamond, GMP Supernova, everybody, even my stuff. But I get wow factors in my environments because my environments are crazy lit. Where everybody else is sitting in these ambient light controlled environments. We don't do that mess. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. These are my demonstrations that my customers see when they're coming through. Not no one little video in the middle, in the dark, outside. Because if I'm going to talk about being an expert in ambient light projection technology, I'm definitely going to have a way to show it off. What you claimed about Crazy Cat? Compared to your customer demonstration, this is me, buddy. You want to talk about yourself, it's supposed to be ambient light projection, not ambient light. This is not ambient light projection. You're talking about how your product is supposed to work in all environments. This is considered to be the all environments. There's no windows out there. There's no doors. There's nothing to protect the screen in any way whatsoever. And with the size of the screen, it's like a wall. It's going to take on a ton of ambient light that's going to slam that screen. See that, Crow? This is how it's done. So when I tell my customers at the end of the day and they go, hey, does your screens work? Or can I use them inside in a fully lit inside, mind you, inside in a fully lit environment? And I go, I got better than that. These are my demonstrations of my screens outside. On inflatable screens, in front of spotlights. That's a 1,000-watt spotlight now on my screen. More picture frames, more picture frames, more picture frame, more picture frame, more picture frame. What are your demonstrations like this? That's embarrassing, ain't it? When I can shoot demonstrations like this. This was 12 o'clock in the afternoon when I did that demonstration, and I got the videos to back it. Outside. Yeah, this is a demonstration showing me painting a screen outside. That was an 8. That's your product right there. This is white paint right there. Show people at the end of the day why you don't use your product outside. Because your screen paint don't pick up. Even show bright, beautiful colors. Motorized projection screens. I got demonstrations to back this one up too. On how you can take your motorized projection screen outside and you can use it outside in a fully lit area without the screen washing out or fading. Where's your pictures out on this? Mounted a projector to the side of my deck to show off the ambient light projection technology at beyond a viewing angle, where the screen is literally laying flat to the ground and there's light passing over top the screen constantly all the time, while my projector sits 11 feet up at 2,500 lumens. You don't have demonstrations like this. Only I do these. So when I tell you that my screen can maintain a white level on a black surface while there's light passing over my screen, there's nothing protecting that screen. There's no windows, no doors, nothing. That screen lays flat to the ground. There is light hitting on top of it and all around it while 2,500 lumens in eco mode slams that screen and it still produces an image. You ever seen anybody do a demonstration like that before? This set of pictures right here alone could wipe out all your pictures on your website, all your demonstrations. I've never seen anybody do this before. Find one. No one's ever did these demonstrations. I like to do demonstrations outside the box. I like to do stuff that nobody else would do at the end of the day. That's stuff that people will run from. Those are the demonstrations I like to do at the end of the day. I got to build me with this too. That was designed, which I shouldn't have used the laser at the end of the day because that was a bad idea. Should have used laser because I was going to paint it on top of a picnic table and produce a board game onto the table so my friends can play some Dungeons and Dragons. But there's a laser up there at the end of the day. You do not want to be staring in that direction. So I'm going to build me another one without the laser. I'm going to do this again. I'm building me another one. That was the Casio projector, laser hybrid, 2,500 lumens right there. I got the stand. I built that stand right there so I can sit there and do that. All right, let's come out of my videos right there. And got the videos to back them up. Got the carousel for the customers. Demonstrations, got the video demonstrations for the customers. Got shown at the end of the day why you don't want to deal with gray screen paint products because they will wash out your screen. Got the demonstration showing off. We got to put more videos in here for this one. Now we got the bigger screen now. This is the 38, the Black Widow. Showing off that technology right there. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's the black and white test right there. We did on the screen at 1% with no heightener. I was able to beat the black and white products. Got the ceiling demonstrations right here. Oh, I love showing the screen off the ceiling. That's freaking crazy. Right there. Let's keep going. Got floor projection technology right here. We got to add some more. Got 2 more videos to do on there. Design your own acoustic kits. We got them in here. We got them over here. We got them over here. We got them back there. So we got acoustic screens all through the house for that. Demonstration right there. Got them over here, set up over there. Got to put another one there. This is ceiling and light projection technology. This is all done to the ceiling. I got one more to do right there. Let's see what this one. Oh, there's a slide shows on the ceiling black. The ceiling rejection technology. Right there on that site, my customers get a chance. It makes it easier for me because instead of me going through all these videos, I can go here. It's on the website. You can check it out for yourself. This is our product called Black versus Black, which means that's black fabric, black product, all that stuff matching our. We try to see basically the difference between our product and black paint, black film, right there. Do you have a gray versus gray? Oh, you don't have that, do you? The difference between your product? Oh, I'm sorry, you don't have that. You can't back your product up. We can. We posted the videos and the pictures. Yep, there's the pictures right there. Posted them. You can go check them out for yourself. This is the, we got to change this out because now it's got obsoleted by the black paint. But this is the multi-screen setup, which you want to do it again. We want to do it on a black paint instead. That's the multi-screen setup. Look at this. Your customers don't got one demonstration like this. This screen displays 3 projection screens at the same time on one screen, fully lit environment with all this light. I can put snowstorm here. I can make the stars come over here, and I can basically work on my computer there. No demonstrations like that, do you? Nope. All right, let's move on to the next one. Why screen paints are bad for dedicated theater rooms. Yeah, we went through that one. Yeah, all those videos are right here showing you why you don't want to do it at the end of the day. You say yours is good for dedicated, right? Well, we can prove where it's not. Let's see, we got pictures to put over there. That section, painting and AR projection screen on your wall. That's the last ones we got there. I got a couple of demonstrations to do right there for demonstrations all together. You're supposed to have all that information on your page. And one of the informations you need to have on your page at the end of the day, Fernando Gonzalez, is you need to be able to show the difference between your product and everyday household products, as in great paint, great fabric, the whole 9 yards. You have to go through all that at the end of the day. You're saying that your projector works on 2,500 lumen projectors or 2,200 lumen projectors. Do you have any tests underneath that? Do you have any tests showing the difference between your projector on 2,200 lumens on great paint products? You don't. Then on your list at the top, you just have shop and you have, oh, I got to go and reset my page. You have shop and you have on the page, let me see, shop, go to the top. There we go. You have shop, that's it. You have, you must have more on your category than this. Much more on your category than this. Because at the end of the day, your page looks like, I think, a Wish page. I've never been to Wish before. I'm going to go pop over to Wish. I'm going to check out Wish real quick. I'm trying to go over to Wish. I swear, if Wish has more information on a matchbook at the end of the day, that's going to look pretty sad. I've never been to Wish before. Wish.com. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. You know that song got stuck in my head from watching freaking, what's it called? Oh man, I forgot what it was called at the end of the day. You got to log in for Wish? Are you freaking kidding me? I guess it's like Amazon at the end of the day. Can I just pop in and have a look around? Oh, I had this one page, man. I have no idea what I did with that website. Everything in there was so cheap. Oh man, it was good stuff too. It was really good stuff. Was it Dollar Days? I think it was Dollar Days. I got to sign me up another account. You got to have a business tax ID number to buy from there. What you doing, creepy man? What you doing, creepy man? Creepy man. Creepy man. Dinosaur, dinosaur. What you doing, dinosaur? What you doing? Want your window shut? Probably want your window shut. That's probably what it is. Oh, you gotta get a list to buy from Wish. I see, it has to be good because I see this show called Dope or Nope. They buy from there all the time. And they buy some crazy stuff out of there. Oh, I almost took me up a account. Because everybody been telling, I mean, some stuff you get is kind of like the clothes. I heard the clothes is not good to buy. But I like gadgets. That's what I get at the end of the day. And they got some pretty cool gadgets in there. All right. I'm gonna say this here because I'm gonna set me up an account. I'm gonna buy some stuff out there. Let's even buy some pretty cool stuff out there. Let me see. It's spelled delivery. Delivered. It's spelled anyway. Let me see. Let me see. I'm trying to think of something really basic. Basic. Butter. Where to buy butter? Butter website. Butter for sale. Let's buy some butter. Butter. Amazon. Oh, I bought butter from Amazon. I buy food shop at Amazon. Let's see. Butter. I'm gonna set me up an account at Wish. I'm gonna go through there. Not now. We're gonna set me up through Wish. Because even Wish, even AliExpress, even some of their sites are not better than that. But there's nothing there. No page. So I'll come down to one thing, Jamie. You can't call somebody a scammer at the end of the day that can back his products. You can't back yours. You can't back it to house paint. You can't back it to your own YouTube video, delete it off your account. Your website looks shiesty as I don't know what. Your shipping return policy is a freaking nightmare. You have all kinds of misspellings, run off on sentence, capital letters in the middle of actually sentences all together. It's a complete nightmare. And keep in mind for people who say, oh, but you're busting on them so and so, and that's not fair because you could have a learning disability. Let me tell you something today. We've been asking him, telling him, like, look, you really need to straighten up your site since last year. This man is too lazy to go in there and straighten up his site at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it is what it is. He can't even spell. If you can't spell delivered right, you don't want people thinking you can't spell it right. Go in and fix it. We've been telling you that since last year. Easy how to do it. Copy, paste, go through search. It'll show you how to spell it. Take it, put it back on there. You're good to go. But his site has been like that from day one. At the end of the day, like I said, he don't care. If he's not going to put the time and the effort into his products, he's not going to put the time and the effort into his website to make it look presentable. You call yourself a businessman, a professional at the end of the day, that's bad. That looks really bad at the end of the day. You need to get that cleaned up. Even with your same mis errors and spelling in your whatchamacallit account over here, with your eBay account. I mean, you're the last one that's going to call people stupid and idiots at the end of the day, man. You're the last person that should be calling people at the end of the day. And at that, your products don't even work. I can make your products out of house paint at the end of the day. Oh, somebody got a CRT in here for $2,500. I bet you the shipping cost to ship that over is going to be an arm and a freaking leg. Oh, someone got an Epson for $67. You own that projector. I should buy that one too. I might buy it today too. Get that over here out of the way. What the freak is this? Vintage Super Sturdy Mate 2 film strip projector. Ooh, now this is something. I like the vintage stuff right here. This is for film. I told you I'm getting into film. I'm looking at getting myself a 35 millimeter reel to reel for doing some old fashioned movies. Works great. I need to spend some time shopping in that section right there. Let's look this up real quick. You finally put yourself back into the screen paint area. About time. Let's go over and check your page. And again, false information on your page, scammer. And I'll tell you why. Your products don't match your freaking description that you have on your, and this is I'm telling a lot of people right here from the door. You got to be careful about his eBay account. I'm going to let you know this from the door. His eBay account is scammy as I don't know what. How is it scammy as in what? Because for instance, the product does not match what he's selling in the description. In the description, he is selling the hybrid mix and the Metallica mix, but what's going to show up on your credit card, it's going to be Crows Cinemax. That's what's going to show up on your credit card. If he's showing Cinemax, he should have Cinemax here in the picture right there. So how do you know at the end of the day what you're going to get at the end of the day? Not alone, you don't know if you're going to get house paint at the end of the day. This is why we went through the website, because the website has a detailed description of what is on that card. When you go, you ever been to a PayPal dispute before? You know what they're going to do? They're going to look through your receipt. They're going to look on that receipt and say exactly what you order. What you have on that order is the only thing that you can complain about at the end of the day. If you says on your receipt, it says on your receipt that you order Crows Cinemax, and it says on your receipt, because that's what it's going to say. It's going to have your SKU number, all that's going to be on there, what you order, how many quarts it's going to be, but it's going to say Crows Cinemax. And he ships you over a Metallica mix. Man, good luck trying to fight that one. Because at the end of the day, PayPal has something, not PayPal, eBay has something called a category list, which means you can make a category of each product. You can sell one here, 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 here. I'm pretty sure you all know how eBay works at the end of the day. But you have a category list. So there's no excuse to have a different product here and a description here. You need to have the description of the product here and it matches the picture along everything right down the line, synchronized. Shipping costs $21.20. And look right here where it says, again, I told you when I sat there and said that in the comment section, if he changes this, I'm smarter than you. This product is for overseas only, not for the US. You can never change that. Crow can never change that. Even if it costs the money at the day, he can never change that. Because of what I said. That's the problem with him. At the end of the day. That's a big mistake you need to fix at the end of the day. You can put my name up there. I don't mind at the end of the day. All the more to sue you for more money when I see you in April. That's all. But look at this. You can't make any money off this. This product is for overseas only. You don't even have in here with your shipping. What do you have here for your shipping policy over here? Nothing. Nothing at all. Over here, your screen paints 100 to 135 inch screen. But on the front of your page, it paints up to 100 to 120 inch screen. And you have nothing here for no shipping policy or nothing else whatsoever. But on your website, you charge your overseas customers a $70 surcharge fee over there. Over here is no $70 surcharge fee. You said this product is for overseas only, not for the US. This is how dumb he is. At the end of the day, he's not smart. He's an idiot. I'm gonna tell you right there. How in the world are you gonna make any money if somebody orders 1 quart of paint? I know you're not shipping that in the mailer overseas. You know, stuff gets bumped around overseas. You got to ship it in a box at the end of the day. So to ship that in a box, so you would have shipped overseas. I'm shipping to Ireland right now. Like I said, the medium-sized box is costing me about 60, 70 bucks. And ship overseas. If you're shipping to Canada, that's like $39. That's not really that much. But if you're shipping overseas, like Ireland or other places, it could be like 60, 70 bucks to ship that box over there easily at the end of the day. And don't forget the tax. They're going to add that on it too. Ooh, are you behind me or are you behind my chair? Thought he got crushed for a minute. All right. So if you're telling your customers at the end of the day that it costs 80 bucks, and say it costs $60 to ship the package out right there from the door, but the customer is paying $21.20 for the extended shipping, which means extended shipping means it's expected to be there faster than the average shipping, which means you're still going to pay even more money than the $60 because you're now going to have to get that package there at the due time of whatever that time says it will be there on time. You see what you just did to yourself here? Yeah, we call this in the term business of really screwing yourself. That's what it's called. Excuse my French, but that's what it is. So $21, in mind, this is something that the customer paid for. So since he paid for it, he's going to expect for that shipping time to make it to destination and the timeline in which it should be shipped. Now, say it's about 3 days, right? Or maybe 2 days at the end of 2 days at the end of the day, say 2 or 3 days. That means the shipping cost is going to jump from 60 to a lot more. It can jump anywhere from 80 to 90 to $100, which it jumps to 80 bucks. That is basically your price right there for your product. You're going to spend more money and to ship this product than you're going to make a profit of basically trying to make it and try to sell and make any money off of it. You're not going to make no money off of this. That is literally shipping costs for overseas. And it gets even worse because say somebody comes in and they buy a gallon from you, or 2 gallons from you. Then that means it's going to cost you even more money at the end of the day. Think about it, 80 bucks. A medium-sized box, I'm going to show you my receipt. It's going to cost me to ship to Ireland today. An $80 receipt is going to cost me it's going to cost you 60 bucks, right? $60, that's minimum. Probably 60, maybe 70, right? Automatically, he doesn't have a surcharge fee on here of $70, so it doesn't cover that. So that means it comes out of his expenses right here, which means you're going to be left with maybe 10, 20 bucks if you're lucky. You still got to buy the product. You still got to put the product together. That's going to cost money at the end of the day. And then consider the fact that at the end of the day, this guy already paid $23 of it out of his own money, which now he's going to be expecting that product to be shipped in the timeline of that particular timeline of shipping. That particular shipping is for basically a faster version, but it's freight, but it's a lot faster version than everyday ground shipping. Which means he's going to end up paying maybe 60, 70, 80 bucks easily. It's going to take his entire income right there, right from the door. He's going to shell out extra money just to pay for the product to make it and ship it out. So it's going to cost him more money to ship it out at the end of the day because you made one dumb mistake at the bottom of your page. You should have put down at the bottom of your page, if you were smart enough, you would have put down this product is for United States only. Or you could have put down United States with a $70 surcharge. But you didn't put that there on your page, and you can't change it. You know why Crow can't change it? Because of a statement that I made. And the statement that I made, if you change this setting right here, that means I'm smarter than you. And I said that since last year, and he can't change it now. Because he's that much of a child. Little things like that bother you at the end of the day. If somebody said that to me at the end of the day, I don't even care. Who cares at the end of the day? Like when you show me pictures, that don't bother me. When you send me emails, that don't bother me. Who freaking cares? I can go downstairs, back my product at 100%, place an order for you, and have you give me back my money all in the same day. Done. You gotta have thick skin in this business. And you're worried about me saying that to you? Would you willing to actually take a hit like that? It's been there since last year. Now think about it. If I'm overseas, and everybody knows overseas shipping costs money, especially if you're overseas, you're trying to get shipped to the U.S. over here, it's gonna cost you some money. Then you gotta go through customs. Customs charge a lot of money at the end of the day. I got friends over in DR that will tell you anything going through customs costs money at the end of the day. But you tell me it's gonna cost me $23? Are you kidding me? If I wanted to crush you, Crow, at the end of the day, I know a lot of customers overseas. I can push a ton of business your way, also destroy you at the same time. How? Your shipping costs would kill you. You would end up owing more money than you could possibly put out. But I'm not that kind of person at the end of the day, but I could easily do that to you. Now, you can do that to me. Big deal. I ship overseas all day long. As a matter of fact, I got connections in the post office now. I told you I met a few people over there that got some real high ties up in there. And they hooked me with a lot of interesting information that allows me to put out packages a lot cheaper. I get corporate discounts and everything. You don't get that at the end of the day. But this right here, somebody wanted to do you ugly, all you would have to do is post this big sale. The shipping cost is only $23 somewhere overseas. You would get flooded with a bunch of orders, but it would kill you in the end. That's what it would do. They do it to businesses all the time. So that's the thing. You guys don't know anything about business. I know so much about business, it's not even funny. They do it to companies, small companies all the time. They'll hit them with a mass order, knowing that they don't even have the ability to produce those items. And the company, if you're smart enough, return the money. Don't touch it. Send it back. Some people don't do that. They go out and they start spending, not knowing at the end of the day, you can't process that many orders. That's virtually impossible. And if you can't, they can hit you with a chargeback or anything. You got to pay back that money. See, you got to be smart about it. You stay within your own means. Because I've had a company try to do that to me one time. Literally give me like 4 or 5 or 9 or 10, maybe a couple grand, thousands of dollars, knowing I got to ship out like maybe somewhere between like 5,000, 6,000 containers of paint. Do you have any idea how much paint that is? That's a lot of paint to ship out, especially if you ain't got manpower, you ain't got machines to do it. A lot. And the first people do, they see that big number pop up, they start spending. Oh, we got this. We could do this. This ain't nothing. So and so and so. Until it comes down to do the job and you can't do it. Yeah, it make your capital. It cause your capital to collapse. Don't do that nonsense in the day. I know those tricks. But if somebody wanted to do you ugly at the end of the day, all they had to do is just flood you with a bunch of overseas orders. You would be done at the end of the day, unless you're smart enough to return that money. $21, that's what you charge right there. That's faster than ground shipping, which means it's going to cost you more money to get that package shipped out. Now overseas or over here in the United States, that's nothing. You can do that easy over here. And that's $21 easy. You can easily do that. But overseas, that's going to multiply like crazy. So even at this package, at a medium, say you order one quart from you, or 1 quart got to go into a medium-sized box, because you can't ship that into a mailer. That'll get beat up pretty bad overseas. That'll spill out all over the place. You got to put that into a secure box. So that medium-sized box right there is going to cost you an easy $60. It's going to cost you $50, probably $60, $70 for that box right there. That right there, out of your 80, is going to leave you about, if it's 70, it's going to leave you 10. If it's 60, it's going to leave you 20. But because he paid for the shipping down here on top of that, shipping on top of that, you could add that extra 20 into what you lost. So if it gave him 70 and he put that 20 and they say it was a straight 20, then you would at least at a 70, you would have 10 left over. That'll give you 30 from that extra pay right here. If it's 60, it would give you 40 out of that. But still, that's 40, you're still going to have to make the product. And the product could cost you anywhere from $23. If you do it at 1 quart, 17 and 17, and right there, you can do it right there, 36 from there. Then on top of that, the materials and all that, yeah, $36 for 2 quarts of paint. About 36, almost around that price. If they're not charging 20 with the tax, that's 40. So even if you get like 2 quarts at 1 quart of black, 1 quart of white, that's still gonna cost you, that's $20 a pop for each one. That's $40 right there. You already went through what you have right now. That's gone. Yeah, you didn't think that through. That's the same thing with parting the 48 ounces. Stupid. You know why? Because your screen paint takes a 4-coat application, which means at the end of the day, you got to ship the customer 4 containers of paint at 48 ounces. 2 48 ounces only fit into a medium-sized box, which means you have to switch that over to a large box now, because that's going to accommodate, which means you jumped your shipping charge at the end of the day. You could have basically had it at 32. 4 32s can easily fit in a medium-sized shipping box. That would have been covered. But every time you ship out 1 quart of paint, it takes 4. Good gracious, man, you're freaking, even your overhead for buying your supplies has got to be insane, because it takes 4 quarts of paint to paint your screen, because your paint has a level building system, a stacking system. So that's 4 quarts of paint to paint 120-inch screen at 48 ounces per unit, because you're going to change over to 48 ounces. But you have your 48 ounces at 120, and 120 at 48 ounces, you would get about 150, 160 out of 148. But you got to send 4 of these, because each one of them resembles a layer to the screen to make the screen itself. You guys didn't think this through, did you? So because the containers are so big, you can't put 4 of them into a medium. You have to put into a large. So your price dropped by 16 to 21. And if you're doing overseas, That means every time you ship out one of them, you have to ship out one of them in a large box, which means it can go from $20 to $107, just like that. I shipped to Ireland. It cost me in a large box. It cost me $107. I shipped in the US. It cost me $20. That's what you just did to yourself. And your product is $160. So automatically, between what you're going to pay for supplies, you got 4 containers of paint to ship out. Each one of them don't have the same color, so they have their own different form of color to them, which means you're going to have 4 different colors that you have to ship out to paint one screen, which means you have to buy more supplies than Crow would have to buy at the end of the day. Your overhead is messed up. Yeah, I don't even have to say anything. You guys will destroy yourselves because you guys don't think at the end of the day. You don't think for jack at the end of the day. I wouldn't have to do anything to your product. Your own freaking way of thinking would destroy your product automatically from the door. No wonder you're upset. You're not making any money at the end of the day. You're not making jack. You didn't add anything up. You do know with business, there involves the business side of it all too, right? The part that involves the brain, right? You didn't add up too well. Your overhead expenses will kill you. Your company will implode just like that. Your overhead too much. You're paying too much for overhead. You can't even take enough money back to make anything back. You are working for pennies. That's what you're doing right now. Why do you think Crow's prices just jumped to the roof? He ain't making any money. But Crow's even worse because Crow, at the end of the day, he has to back his product up to everyday black and white paint. That's going to be hard for you, buddy, at the end of the day. Especially since we're using your same projector, it's going to be even rougher for you. As for the other guy, Partey, man, you didn't think anything through with that one, man. 48 ounces. You know why we switched over to 48 ounces? Because at the end of the day, we were actually going to be doing one product in 48 ounces. And at the end of the day, instead of doing 32s all day and then buying 48s at the same time, we switched them all over to 48s. But the way we have our prices set up, we can afford to do that at the end of the day. And we had the test and our products do things that your product, at the end of the day, we can back our products up far better than what you can do at the end of the day. So our product is worth its weight in gold. Your stuff at the end of the day, your webpage is so fake at the end of the day. But you didn't do the math on this at all. Now, he did the math correctly, almost correctly on the website. Almost correctly on the website. As long as he keeps it at 32. If he keeps it at 32, then he's good. If he switches over to 48, then he's going to have an issue. Where Partey, on the other hand, he completely screwed himself right from the door. Doing 48s was a bad idea. You should have kept him at 32s. Because Crow's product only requires a 1-coat application, where Partey requires 4. So Partey has a stacking system. Keep in mind, each one of those paints are a different color, which means he has to make 4 different kinds of paint and ship out 4 containers to equal 120-inch screen. Because his products go from 100-inch to 120-inch. Can you imagine? He has to calculate it at 120-inch. Can you imagine if somebody wanted 150-inch, how he would have to break that down? I hope you know advanced fractions, because you're going to need that at the end of the day. Yeah, that's going to cost you a lot of money. Shipping cost is going to cost you more, and I hope you're not shipping overseas at the end of the day, because like I said, one large box here in the U.S. will cost you around $20. United States Postal Service flat. One large box over in Ireland, $107. Good luck. And your product is what? $160? So you got $60 left. That's just shipping's going to rip that apart. $60, let's say you have about, trying to say at the most. He's going to have about $54, maybe 54, 3, about 50, yeah, about 53 bucks left over. About 53. Now you got to buy the product. Keep in mind, you got to buy 4 individual paints to add up to that. Unless your product is doing what Crow's doing, you're buying white paint and you're changing the tone by just putting paint in it, then you could do that out of a gallon. Out of a gallon means you could take 1 gallon of paint and you can actually take some black paint and you could change the color of it 4 times. You could do it that way. Because I know you're not making them individually by themselves. If you're making them individually by themselves, that means at the end of the day, you would make 4 different forms of products that would cost you about maybe 20 or 30 bucks a pop for each one. See, you don't do your math right. That's what goes on right there. I'm done, man. I couldn't explain this. I could do a lecture on this at Unity's 2 at the end of the day. I'm done. I got to get back to work. I got things to do. You guys don't do your math for jack. Yeah, it costs you more money. At the end of the day, it costs you more money to make your product. Y'all making pennies. Y'all didn't do your math correctly. You should have kept your product at 32s. Because 32s, at least if you were shipping it overseas, would cost you about 80 bucks. And I think I got a package. They got a package, Mr. Taco. Mr. Taco. Taco de Nervio with the stereo. Oh, we got the black screen over here. I forgot. We're going to get on the black screen. Wow. What you doing today, Taco? What you up to? I'm going to check and see if we got anything today. We always get something today. Yes, we got the containers. The containers. Yeah, they didn't do the math. But at the end of the day, yeah, he got to stop going around calling people scammers. Because at the end of the day, Crow, your product matches black and white paint. You can't do demonstrations matching your products or backing your products at the end of the day. It's the same old nonsense with your stuff, man. And I understand you're angry and upset over the Black Widow. I know you find the screen extremely threatening. But look, man, at the end of the day, if you work hard, you can have a nice screen. But you can't work hard. Too busy doing fake demonstrations at the end of the day. These dark, dingy environments. Tropical Fish 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
Too many doing these dumb demonstrations in the dark all day. Let me see what we want to watch. It's just some tropical fish. Some tropical fish, buddy.
It was the night before Super Bowl, and I'm back. Montana and Bryce, you live your road good.
Now, if you excuse me, gentlemen, I got to go downstairs. I got orders to process. I got real paint to ship out to people, not that house paint at the end of the day that you guys can't seem to back up. But you see when it gets down to breaking it down to the math? Yeah, you got to do more than just basically make a product and test it. You have to do the math behind it because you can end up losing your shirt at the end of the day.
Happy Super Bowl tomorrow. Don't forget.
And you two don't know how to do math. My goodness. Broke this down so fast on camera, it wasn't even funny. I didn't do your math right. 32 ounces. Are you kidding me? You make a product that requires a stacking system? Like I said, at the end of the day, only two ways you're making that paint. Either you're making it white paint and you're doing different shades through black paint and claiming it to have this stacking system, or you're making them individually, one by one, specially. And that can cost you $30 to $40 for each one. Easily. Consider the fact that if you get bare silver screen, that's $23. Get some black paint, which you got, even though you're only going to use it one time, it depends on if you're mixing it that way. That's $17 right there. You're going to drop in some silver into that, go to Lowe's, that's about $7, $8 right there. You're going to drop in some silver, you're going to need some PPG for that, so that's going to cost you about 20 bucks right there. So if that's one of them, right, by itself, and if you're not adding any silver in the rest of them, because they all have to have a different look to them at the end of the day, they can't all look the same. If it's a stacking system, that's 40 bucks per each one, almost 40, 50 bucks for each one. Your supplies to make your stuff has got to be insane. And then you're talking about you dropping them in 48. You can't fit 448s in a medium. They don't fit. I had to do the math on it. Anytime I buy a container, before we even announce a container, first two things we have to do is drop it off the side of the deck to make sure it's going to go bust open in the middle of shipping. Make sure the caps are good, they lock well. Then after it passes that, then we got to drop them into the box. And like, I wonder if this is going to fit at the end of the day. How many boxes is it going to take? How much money is it going to cost me? What am I going to calculate this overseas? What does this cost me? Forest country, and how much is it going to cost me? To at least less country. If we're doing it over in California, United States, we figure California is the farthest distance from the map. We figure out how much the shipping cost is going to cost us from there. That's the farthest distance. What's the most it's going to cost me? If we're going to ship a motorized projection screen or something like that, that's how you do it. But you guys come on there making these announcements and you don't even do your homework. You can't drop 248s into a medium, not going to fit. You got to drop it in a large. Which means if somebody comes in and they buy that product from overseas, oh, you're done at the end of the day. That's $100. It could be $150 and $130 box, depending on where it lands at. And you talking about 4 units? And on top of that, I'm pretty sure, like I said, unless you're taking black paint and you make it different shades, and you basically, if he's doing it this way, like say he's doing 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? He's putting a different shade for each gallon, a quart of paint, or 48 ounce. And then he's putting a little silver in each one. Maybe some might get less, maybe some might get more. Then he puts a little glitter in each one. And then he does the black paint. If he puts 2, 3, 4, and 5, some are going to be darker, some are going to be lighter. He could be doing it that way. Because that's the cheapest way you're going to be to do it. Because if you buy the PPJ, that's when you have to buy that one time for those 4 containers, which means you could drop like a half, maybe like about 3 or 4 tablespoons for each one. So that's $20 well invested right there on that. Go buy yourself some black paint. That's about $17 right there, depending on the tax. Drop about 3 tablespoons here, 2 there, so on forth. That's not going to be enough to eat through a quart. So that's investment right there, money saved. Then you're talking about a gallon of paint. But then out of a gallon of paint, you would need about, oh my goodness, you need 128 ounces to make about out of 432. See the crap math you got to do within the day. So if you're breaking it down by ounces, you actually need more out of a gallon, because 448, it's not going to be the equal 128 ounces out of a gallon, because that'd be 432s. You're like, oh my God, what the freak is he talking about? Yeah, this is what you got to do. It's more than just painting the screen. You got to get behind it. You got to do the math. You got to crunch numbers. That's what you got to do. There's no way in the world it's going to be. You're not shipping out a gallon. You're not anywhere. You're over a gallon. So you're going to have to buy, at least to be safe, I'd say about a gallon and 2 quarts of paint in order to be safe. So at $23, you would pay for the gallon and about $17 a pop for each one. 17 around $32, and a gallon's 20. Yeah, you're way over your freaking price point right from the door, just because you want to do a stacking system. He's probably sitting there on camera like, I hate that guy. I hate him so much. Yeah, but you should have did the math, man. You should have did the math. You're paying out. Wait, your overhead's costing you more than what you're making. And then you got to think about the shipping charge. You don't forget that. And then there's labels and containers. Containers can cost you a lot of money. You know how much money containers cost me? $64 for 12 containers. That's what I pay for. He's going to have to pay for 4 containers to ship out 1 package. And think about that. You better off buying the U-line and buying the bulk. I gotta go, man, before I break somebody's brain in here. Doesn't do the math at all. Now, say we buy from him. We're gonna buy from him. I'm expecting to get 4 cans of paint. Remember, it's a stacking system. If I get 1 container, then you're scamming people. How's it a multi-stacking system that requires, in your demonstration, that shows that you have to put on 4 different coats of paint? Each one of those coats is different, because each one of them actually have an optimizing stacking system, but we only received 1 quart of paint, or 148. Where's the other 3? You can't build a stacking system off 148. Okay, let's see what kind of box that thing's gonna come in. All right, I'm out of here. I'm getting cereal.